Yo, what's up? This is Chris taking risks. What's up? Shout out to ATL. Shout out to AP Wiz in the building. First on the scene. What's good? What's good with the people? What's good with the bros? What's up this afternoon? You already know what time it is. It's the For No Fame chop up. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about some things. We're gonna chop it up. We're gonna break it down. Y'all already know how I do. If you new to the channel, thanks for pulling up. What's up, Miss Queen of Attraction? See, I know when that knowledge pull up, I know she be right there. She be ready. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot going on. And the more I get certain information, the more I'm gonna bring it to the table. Because it's a lot of us, we want to be aware of what's going on. Because guess what? Everything is about to be going that fast forward. So you got to be a fast thinker right now. The whole world is about to be hit on fast forward. That's all I got to say. At one point, the pandemic first started, everything was on slow motion. Now everything is on fast forward. And in my opinion, this is what they call the new normal. And the new normal is going to be the fast life, meaning things going to be going real fast. Information is going to be put out fast, and it got to be processed real fast, which is going to bring me to a few things. I'm going to tie all of this together. Part of why you're seeing the most distractions you ever seen in your life right now. This is what's going on, all right? According to the FBI, 7 billion Americans have been scammed on the internet. And basically what they saying is 7 billion has been accumulated through internet crimes. A lot through social media platforms, but this is bigger than just social media. They say altogether 847,376 reports of internet fraud and scamming has been taking place. Like, how people hit your card, how you get transactions on your card you didn't do, stuff like that. Just an example of how many reports actually have been put in. So that's why right now the feds have did the math, and you also got to understand one thing. We already had the conversation about how the other day on Monday, as well as yesterday, the new talk, what they're talking about is cyber attacks. They saying that cyber attacks might be a dirty trick that Putin might be trying to do. So right now, that's what brings us to cyber wars. And what I mean by cyber wars, it's a lot of different things when it comes to cyber wars. I'm talking about countries beefing, scamming each other out. It also got to do with internet beef. When you're dealing with internet beef, those are cyber wars. Now, why is an internet beef a cyber war? Because it's when you got a group of individuals going back and forth, beefing, but in reality, they're not going to see each other. That is a cyber war. So my point is that's the low scale of a cyber war. But the big scale is now countries. This has been going on for a minute. Countries are beefing online. Countries are beefing through the computer. And this is what brings us to cyber wars. What's up, Miss Deja? So cyber wars is what's going on right now. Cyber wars is what it is. That's why I'm trying to tell you we're in a time of fast forward. So you got to be a fast thinker and a fast learner, and you got to be smart. We also know we're going into the time of cryptocurrency, digital currency, whatever you want to call it. The fact of the matter is all of that's going to be controlled through computer. It's going to be controlled through transaction. So this is why this whole cyber threat is very serious. You know, a lot of us, we don't really deal with we don't really deal with the digital currency like that. But we are behind the ball. What I mean by that is people who have been profiting hundreds of millions, billions of dollars. They have been flipping their money the past 5+ years. And what's really going on is this got to do with a lot of the criminal behavior. So you got to understand, right? Somebody always have to be the scapegoat. So this is how, it's, in my opinion, this is how it was going down, right? For everybody in the hood that was scamming, you know, using them pieces, using them, you know, using them green dot cards, for everybody in the hood that was scamming, it was a higher up criminal, a Wall Street criminal that was scamming too. But when a lot of the big fish was scamming, they was hiding their money in digital currency. What's up, Miss Jackie? I know a lot of people don't get the notifications. I don't know what it is. That's right. That's why you see the thunderstorm warnings, tornado warnings, man, all this stuff going on. Financial crisis. But even what you're talking about with the thunderstorms and the tornado warnings, some people feel like those are simulated. And you got to understand that they are simulated. They are simulated through the work of computers. The whole world is functioning off computers. It's always been that way. But the point of the matter is now they're trying to have it where everything is controlled by a computer. Just like I'm pretty sure some of y'all saw the video earlier I dropped, some of y'all didn't. With the video of the man going in the gas station with no workers, no nothing. Nothing. And all you need is a credit card. But my point is this: if that man didn't have a credit card or he didn't have no form of payment, he would have been asked out. But this is what y'all gotta understand. Those are called test runs. You see, they put these things in small towns first. Then they implement them everywhere in America. So when you see it and you think it's just down south, no, that's going to be in your neighborhoods very soon. Just like I already heard in certain places, they already got electric, like they got gas stations, but at some gas stations, they got the electrical car port too. If you got an electric car, they already got certain gas stations that got the electrical charger at the gas stations. They only being implemented in certain neighborhoods. Like some of my people that happen to be in, you know, certain upscale neighborhoods with gated communities around, some of those gas stations, they already got electrical car chargers at the gas station. So when you seen that video of that man at the gas station, what that was showing you was it is no longer a need for human beings. The whole gas station was ran off a card. But what I'm trying to tell people what this means, it's not only the New World Order, but this is the fact of how they're trying to fight crime. Because they know criminals like to move a certain way. So now they're making, if you're a criminal, you cannot move without being verified through the form of a credit card, cryptocurrency, some type of bank account attached to your name, which attaches to your address. The same way y'all know with that stimulus check, that was a way to verify your address. So this is my point. When you saw that gas station of the man getting gas, not only did he get gas, what else you seen? You see he couldn't even use the bathroom unless he bought the gas to have the code on the receipt to use the bathroom. You couldn't get no soda, nothing to drink, nothing out the store without a gas card. So automatically that's going to stop what? That's going to stop gas robberies. You're not going to be able to rob the gas station. It's also going to stop what else? Petty theft. But this is going to be implemented everywhere in America. This is the new game. This is the new wave. Man, this stuff been spoke about. It's been implemented. Now you're about to see it happening fast forward. Because I told you, ever since, pardon me, excuse me. Ever since we've been on lockdown, they have been implementing this technology. You see that gas station that you see in the video? That wasn't always around. That gas station happened to pop up, or they remixed the technology during the pandemic. During the pandemic, where everybody was in the crib, they was installing new technology. So you got to look at it as a business-minded person. If you could run a gas station without having to pay employees, that's what? That's a whole lot of profits. If your gas station does not need employees, it is not getting robbed. What does that mean? That means when you open up a gas station, you're not taking no losses. What does that also mean? Now that makes foreigners and other people that want to come to America to do business, they're going to feel more secure. They're going to feel more better off knowing that they can run their gas station without no employees. They also don't have to worry about what? Employees stealing money from them. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. This technology is already in the play. Now, they've been came out with the Amazon store. The Amazon store the same way. They came out first. You got an Amazon account. You go in the store, swipe your card, open the doors, open up. You go in there, pick out what you need, scan it, walk out. That stuff is already in the play, but what some people don't understand, that's going to be everywhere, every little thing, every little detail. That's how it's going to be in the future. Electrical car, everything is going to be hooked up to a database. That's what I was trying to tell people about the 5G technology. It's all as one. So my point is, when you seen that video earlier, right, that I put out, when you see that gas station, all you got to know is the owner is able to sit in his crib and run that whole business from the crib. The owner could watch his whole gas station from home. He don't have to do nothing. He don't have to even go pick up no money. It's all going to his account. The rich man, he owns the gas station. He orders his gas online. He holler at his the people that bring the merch to his store. He holler at them online. He don't got to show up for that. He can run. Matter of fact, the way that gas station you see set up, somebody can run that from overseas. So that's what's going on. You feel me? We are getting proof that things are going to be ran without human beings. For people that live in other parts of America, you already know in certain Walmarts, you got the self-checkout. I know of 2 Walmarts right now that run with no employee scanning, nothing. And guess what else Walmart got? Walmart also are using the automatic floor cleaners. People don't understand what's going on. So you hear about the minimum wage going up, but a lot of people ain't gonna have no job anyway. That's why now you got to know exactly what type of field you want to get in, and you got to be in a field that cannot be replaced with a robot, because all it is basically robot, iRobot. So my point is, now businesses can be ran from home the same way you also, what else we see in the pandemic? We've seen a lot of businesses start sending their employees home because what they've been doing is practicing how can they run the company from people being at home. How can they run the bank from people being at home? When everything is digital technology, they don't need no bankers in the bank, because the bankers can work at home. You're not going to need nobody to be there to give you a withdrawal, because soon all that's going to be digital. So no more banks going to be getting robbed anyway. So yeah, you might can walk in the bank with your mask on because of C-19, but eventually they're not going to have no banks open like that. It's not going to be none of that no more. All of this is going on right now as we speak. That's why for people that rock with me, I've been telling y'all the whole attack has been against crime. Who is the main people always blamed of being crime? You know, when I told y'all, when they say urban community, they talking about the criminal community. That AKA means the black community, the hood, the brown community, the hood. Anywhere where it's poverty, poor white trash, trailer park trash. That's considered the hood. That's all considered where crime comes from. That's who gets the blame. So therefore, being that they know, I told y'all, it's a certain portion of America that functions off criminal activity. Once they dead all criminal activity, that's how they could dead a lot of people. It's called cutting your water off. It's called cutting off your power. What's your power? The flow of the currency. Energy runs on currents. Money runs on currents. So now it's all going to be as one. That's what I'm trying to tell people. Hold up. That's right. Down south, it's a bank bandit scamming and getting away. Because even a lot of criminals know that this is their last chance to rob banks. A lot of people that that deal with criminal activity, that's really, really into what they do, they know this is some of the last chances they got to rob these banks. And that's what a lot of them are doing. Get it? So you got people robbing the banks physically, and then you got people trying to rob the banks digitally. That's what the cyber attacks come from, and that's all part of the cyber war. I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all who got bank accounts, I'm pretty sure if in the past year you had to dispute some type of charge that was on your card that you did not do. These are part of the cyber attacks. Another thing, we all forgot which was part of the cyber attack. Did they not say a couple of months ago? Did they not say that the gas was hacked and that's why the gas had to go up? Remember? That was a cyber attack. And that particular company was called Colonial. The gas company called Colonial, they was the ones that got hacked through that cyber attack. Also, what people forgot is a company called JBS, which is the world's largest beef supplier from Australia. They got hacked. They got hacked for $11 million, and they said that Russia was behind that. So according to how the world is running right now, Russia is getting blamed for all of the cyber attacks. So we gotta look at this real quick. They saying Russia got something to do with the cyber attacks, allegedly. They say that China got something to do with the fentanyl. And they're saying both of these things are counterattacks on America. That's why we had the conversations about some of the wars that's going to be fought now are not going to have, it's not going to have too much to do with bullets and bloodshed. It's going to be attacking your pockets and attacking your kids with drugs and locking your people up. So that's why I say I don't sit here in front. I'm not saying trying to make nothing up. What I'm trying to tell you is you might not see it now, but each day, when some more months go by, some more time go by, you're going to start seeing a lot of numbers missing. Because guess what? The playing field is being set right now as we speak, which brings me to all of the distractions. Like I told y'all earlier, right? One thing I learned is when you see the most distractions, that's when you know shit in the world is getting realer. That's when it's at its realest point. Because they always got to fake you out. I told you, it's just like boxing. The jab is to distract you. The whole time the boxer's jabbing, he plotting on how he gonna catch you with that right hook. He plotting on how he gonna catch you with that uppercut because he trying to knock you out. So the jab is to distract you. That's all the jab is, a distraction. Get it? Because it's very rare you can knock somebody out with a jab. But when a boxer's boxing, they setting you up with the jab to knock your ass out with that right hook or that left hook. That's what a distraction is. So that's why you're seeing the most distractions that you ever seen, because the knockout blow is coming. And the main distraction right now is called internet beef. And the internet beef that you're seeing also ties into cyber wars. Why is it a cyber war and people beefing online? Because it's two people going hard at each other, but in reality, they ain't never going to see each other in person. So it's just a cyber war. And that cyber war leads to a distraction. Because remember, it's a certain amount of people that love what? Gossip, they love tea, they love beef, and they love drama. And these are the same people that don't know shit about finances, economy, cryptocurrency, digital technology, business. They don't know nothing about that. So they're going to distract you with other things. And meaning they also know they're going to also what? Distract you from spirituality. Because the key thing with spirituality comes your prosperity. That's why you're going to see that people with no spirituality, 9 times out of 10, they don't have no real prosperity. What does prosperity mean? Prosperity doesn't just mean you have money. Prosperity means your life is actually elevating. It means that your situation, your outlook on life, your whole view of life changes when you're dealing with prosperity. But the finances make it easier for you to go on that life journey and to expand the world and really appreciate all the good things that this planet has to offer. That's what prosperity is all about. Meaning some people got money, but they don't have prosperity. We know some people get money, they lose money. Some people get money, they become buried in a lot of bills. And those bills bring on stress. Those bills bring on headaches. Those bills start bringing on depression. Some people get money, they start losing their loved ones. They start losing their friends. That's not prosperity. Prosperity is when you flourish and everything around you flourishes as well. That's prosperity. But as long as you are distracted, you never can indulge in your own prosperity. And that's why they always got to keep you distracted. And guess what? Distractions are at an all-time high. So I would say right now, we can officially say that 85% of the people are distracted. Those are the people that don't know what's going on. Why they don't know what's going on? Because if they knew exactly what was going on, they wouldn't be playing right now. Like me and the bro had a conversation earlier about how we about to go fishing, stuff like that. What up, D Malley? We're gonna be doing a lot of fishing. Why? Because you got to know how to live off the land. Why? Because it might be a day you actually got to go fishing to bring you some food in the house. We had the conversations about having deep freezers. See, we had conversations. Sometime I bring y'all into the conversation. That's why I'm telling you, you need to get a deep freezer. I did a deep freezer check. I got a little something in there, but I need a lot more. Because these are techniques of survival. If you do not know how to fish, I don't know what to tell you. Because that's the least of the thing you could do to provide some food for you and your family if it came down to that. That's not only how our ancestors lived before everything was locked down. Remember, you could just go as you please. Depend on what part of the planet you live at, you knew what to catch. Like now you pay for lobsters, but if you lived in Massachusetts in them areas, you can catch your own lobster. You know what I'm saying? Every part of the world has different types of things within those waters that is here for man. Just like, my people from Florida, oranges grow down there. People in Georgia knows peaches. My point is every part of the land has a piece of food that God gave us to provide for ourselves. But what happened? Man came in and started monopolizing off of the things that God gave us. And now it's called profit. It's called corporations. It's called Tropicana. And that's why the whole world has become a monopoly. And the people are the property on the board. So that's why I'm showing you how all this ties together. The corporations have already taken over power. But this the whole thing with the corporations now. The corporations are making it now where they can make all the money they want and they don't even got to pay nobody no more for real. They're making the corporations now where they can run the corporation from home. So they don't have to be seen. They also say it's a set of people that's not melanated and they don't want to be out in the sun like that anyway. So some of them are the main ones that got to come home because for some don't know, we heard the saying that what? They say what? The first time the earth was destroyed by water, they say the next time will be destroyed by what? Fire. What is the fire that will do the destruction? The sun. But this is a worldly cycle because what goes around comes around. Therefore, it's going to be a time where the earth is going to get closer to the sun anyway. Why you think we've been experiencing more heat the past couple of years? Oh, that's global warming. Oh, that's what they call it, global warming. That's what they say it is. But according to reality, these things must occur anyway. Before it was a word called global warming, the planet already been on its own rotation. Y'all heard about the ice age. Well, it's kind of like now we're going into the fire age. The same way a lot of people know right now, it's March and we know it's already hot. This is going to be a hot summer. So therefore, you got to peep game too. If it's a hot summer, that means more power going to be used. If it's more power going to be used, that might be an excuse to say the power went out. The power grids went out. If the power grids go out, that's called a shutdown. And some people say that some of these blackouts we've been dealing with, some of these different catastrophes, some people feel like they just test runs. Some of these are test runs to see how people are going to actually react in a time of crisis. Some people feel like these are just training. You know, the higher ups, the people in power, they've been putting their training in to see how to handle these particular situations. That's what's going on. And all of this brings us to the saying is, if you can't be used, you're useless. Meaning you got to know how to use yourself. You got to know how to use yourself so you could be useful to yourself. Therefore, you can make something happen for you and your family. Like Queen of Attraction, I see she deal with doing hair, you know, cosmetology. No matter where this planet goes, that's always going to be needed. And I know you went to school, Queen, you know what I'm saying? I went to barber school. And barber school, they teach you about how since the Egyptians, people have been shaving. You get it? Since the ancient Greeks, since the Romans, it's always been barbershops. It's always been people getting their hair done. That people getting their hair dyed, that goes back in history. When there was a time where, like in the Roman days, classification was read by your hair. If your hair was black, it meant one thing. If it was red, one thing, it meant something else. You understand? The hair was color-coded and it separated society. But only the higher ups, the elite, were able to have certain hair colors to separate them from the peasants. My point is this: people like cosmetology, barbering, that's always going to be around because what? You can't get a machine to do somebody hair. You can't get a machine to cut somebody hair. Same way with doing makeup. That's why I'm trying to tell you, you have to make yourself useful. You have to have a trade that's always going to be needed that can't be replaced with a robot. Such as things like plumbing, carpentry. When we go back into time over 2,000 years ago, did we not hear about a man that was a carpenter? Y'all know who I'm talking about. It was a man, they say he was a carpenter. These are trades that go back thousands and thousands of years that's always going to be here. These are the same trades that people are still getting rich off of. My point is, you got to get in where you fit in, and you got to know what time it is, and you just can't be a pawn in the game because you're going to be left assed out. Now, let's talk about this. There you go, D. Malley, smart brother. That's right. That man was a carpenter. So as we can see, carpentry is a trade that goes back thousands and thousands of years, just like barbering, just like a whole lot of other trades, just like farming. Certain trades go way back, never going nowhere. But when you see stuff like McDonald's, we had this conversation about how McDonald's, what? They got the digital screen. I've been in the McDonald's with the digital screen. I've been in the Taco Bell with the digital screen. Nobody to register, just people that serve the order. We had the conversation already. How they gonna run a whole McDonald's with just 2-3 people. This is where it's going to. And my point, what I just said, is the people that work fast food, they're going to be disposable. The people that's the cashiers, they're going to be disposable. Because transactions are going to be dealt without even actually going through the human hand anymore. So this is how they are calculating all the money. Now, yeah, you can always have cash, but they're going to make it where you're only going to be able to use cash under certain circumstances. Get what I'm saying? Amazon sometimes has flash sales where you can buy survival gear for 40% off to 50% off, like solar panels, two-way radios, 40, etc. Good information, Miss Deja. And you got to ask the question, why is Amazon promoting that? That's the question you always got to ask. Why are they promoting this stuff? Because obviously Amazon knows something that's about to happen or going on. Nate the Great, what's up? I'm gonna be dropping a link too, so anybody want to touch on this topic, and we got to stick to the topic today. I'm gonna be dropping a link. Now let's peep game. Now what? During the pandemic, who rose to the top of the stock market and made a whole lot of money? Amazon. Amazon was hiring like crazy during the pandemic. I was seeing so many Amazon trucks. I was seeing like 10 Amazon trucks in one day dropping off packages. When everybody got that stimulus money, everybody was shopping crazy. Amazon went through the roof in sales. But now, a lot of them people that was doing all that in the pandemic, they got laid off. Why? Because Amazon ain't booming like that right now. So Amazon be knowing a lot that's going on. Now, don't get it twisted. Some of these companies are Illuminati companies, and those are the companies you got to watch. They're always going to show you what time it is. I just told you about McDonald's. McDonald's already got the digital screens to order your food, meaning they're already ahead of the game. Back to the gas station we seen earlier. I think it was called the Patriot gas station. In the video I dropped earlier, the Patriot, something like that, you seen they was flexing the whole digital technology in the gas station. But I see that some of y'all, some of my people, y'all thought that was just down south in the country. No, but you don't understand that some of the things they break in the country first, then they bring it up north. The first place I ever seen digital fingerprinting, that was down south. You know how if you, God forbid, you get locked up or arrested for something and they take your fingerprints and now up north, they got the digital. That shit was down south in the 90s. When you dealing with down south, pissing in public, that been a charge. But in New York, that wasn't no charge, pissing in public. Petty stuff like that, trespassing, that wasn't no crime in New York. I seen them crimes down south first. Trespassing, when niggas actually went to jail for hanging in the projects. Niggas actually went to jail for being in a wrong neighborhood they're not supposed to be in because they was using trespassing as a reason to run down on people, you know what I'm saying, put you in that system. But then I seen trespassing come to New York. And then I seen niggas in New York getting charged for trespassing. But a lot of people in New York don't know that shit started down south. So my point is, some of the things you see in the world implement down south first. But a lot of y'all taught to think that down south is slow in country. But what you don't understand is sometimes a lot of technology gets broken in down south first, then it comes up north. The same way, don't get it twisted. Some things start up north first, then they bring it down south second, because these companies, they play games and they do experiments. Some things might start in the West Coast first, then it comes to the East Coast, or then some things might start in the Midwest first, then it comes to down south. I got a perfect example. Walmart's been down south since the 90s. Walmart's just started going to PA and Jersey. Oh, you seen the Walmart's up north? That's recent. Walmart's been down south. You know what else been down south? Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A been down south since the damn 90s. But a lot of y'all just starting to taste Chick-fil-A in New York and upstate. Certain places, y'all just tasting Chick-fil-A. Some people across the country, y'all just taste Chick-fil-A the past couple years. Chick-fil-A been down south since the 90s. My point is, companies down south are expanding all over. All of these corporations, they might be from the north, they're going down south. When I'm down south, when I go down south, when I'm down south, I can have me Dunkin' Donuts. It was the time Dunkin' Donuts was only in New York City. Now you can find Dunkin' Donuts all over down south. Because these corporations are monopolizing and capitalizing all over the world. The same way Miss Deja speaking on Amazon. Remember we had the conversation. Remember when Amazon used to just be on your Boost mobile phone? Remember you got a phone and you always had the Amazon app on your phone and you ain't never used that shit? Like, why every time you get a phone, Amazon, you be trying to delete it off your phone? Man, Amazon been, because they've been in the play. Amazon been around since eBay. Me personally, I still use eBay. Amazon has been out for over 10 years, but my point is the other people was using it. People in the hood wasn't using Amazon. But ever since the scamming came about, and ever since the cyber wars and cyber scamming, companies like Amazon went through the roof. Queen of Detroit, what's up? Where you been at? So my point is, we dealing with the game of monopoly. So my point, like I said earlier, when you see something down south, don't think, oh, that's in the country. That shit is just going to be no, nigga. That's about to go everywhere. Sometimes they just do the experiment down south. They'll do the experiment in certain places. But then once they master it, they put it all the other companies. My point is this. When you see that gas station in the south, you don't think a gas owner that's in New York City say, damn, I need that in my store. I don't got to deal with these knuckleheads coming in here. I don't got to worry about being robbed. He going to want to invest in that in his store. That's how it works. You got to understand that's how it works. And remember, I told you, we deal with we come from make-believe, meaning we don't believe nothing. We never believe nothing until it happened to us. And that's how they've been finessing us for all of this time. I told you, that's why you always got to be distracted. So when something real is in your face, you ain't going to pay that shit no mind until it's too late. By the time you look up, everything is mandatory now. That's how they play the game. That's how you get caught up in the loop. So that's my whole point for those that just pulled up. The feds have announced that $7 billion have been scammed through internet crimes, which also relates to what they're talking about is coming is the cyber attacks. When you get scammed on a computer, that's considered a cyber attack because your pockets, your bank account financially got attacked by a hacker. When your social media page gets hacked, that is a form of a cyber attack. Why? Your personal information, your personal, your pictures, your name, that's your personal thing. It's been infiltrated. That is a cyber attack. And some people actually got their bank card hooked up to their Facebook account. Let's keep it real. My point is, some of us been trusting a little bit too much in this technology. And we all are like a victim of this. Well, a lot of us, we got our cards on our fucking phone. We got our bank cards on our phone, and we already know that is called lacking. So which means what? Anybody could be hacked at any given time. The same way I told you that anybody could be found at any given time. That's how they set it up to be, where nobody can hide no more. You can think you hiding, but some way, somehow, you're going to be somewhere. You know how you love to be online. Anybody that's online that got any type of picture, you could be located and tracked down. That's just what it is. If you took any selfie on any social media platform, your ass could be found. I don't care who you are. I'm talking about you can't be found by the average person, but the higher ups know who you are. They know exactly who you are. And they know you got some type of income where you had to use some type of ID. Therefore, you can be found if they really want to find you. Hold up. Bro said he lost thousands last year. How you lost it, bro? Getting hacked, crypto, how you lose that money? Investments. We read the chat, see what the people talking about. Popeyes is a buffet and KFC is a buffet in the Midwest and in New Orleans, and Popeyes tastes better. That's a fact. Now, that's a fact right there, Queen. Now, I never seen a Popeyes buffet, but I damn sure seen a KFC buffet down south, and I seen that shit in the 90s too. That was in the 90s. 90s, early 2000s, they had the KFCs down south, the buffet KFC. I never seen a buffet Popeyes, though, but I seen a buffet KFC. That is a fact. That is a fact. You know why? Because it's a higher investment in them companies. Those are also Illuminati companies. You get it? Those are companies controlled by the elite, meaning big business. Example, I'm glad you spoke about Popeyes. Do y'all remember in the pandemic, when it was the chicken sandwich challenge. Do y'all remember? And everybody was going crazy for that Popeye sandwich. I never forget it. I never forget it. Everybody was going ham for the Popeye sandwich. Next thing you know, after that, the C-19 took off. And I was like, yo, what's up with this chicken sandwich challenge? They had the Popeyes against Chick-fil-A, against the Wendy's chicken sandwich. Then I actually looked up the ingredients in the Popeyes chicken sandwich. And when I looked it up, I seen it wasn't even actually too much chicken even in that motherfucker. That shit it said blue 40, yellow 30, sodium, soy pro. It was all type of products. It wasn't even hardly no damn near no chicken in it. I said, oh, that's why they're going crazy for this chicken sandwich. Maybe this chicken sandwich is what's getting everybody sick. That's a fact. My opinion. That was the start of the pandemic. Remember, they was doing test runs. Remember whatever test run they do in the pandemic. The tissue test. Hey, everybody running around scrambling for toilet tissue. See, the people with a lot of money that sit up in the higher places that you can't see, they sit back and play little games on the American public to see how they can make people run like chickens, to see how they can make people scramble like sheep, and to see how actually they can push people buttons. And once they do that, then they start knowing what type of games they could play with you. That's why I keep telling you, you're always going to see the distraction first. When you was running around for the chicken sandwich and you was running around for toilet paper, next thing you know, your ass was on lockdown with a mask on. That's how it worked. You get it? Some of these people in power, they are magicians. Because a lot of people were scamming, so IRS cracking down. Third-party verification, it's a must to be done. It's a part of the protocol if you need help or concerns with unemployment tax, etc. That's a fact. Like right now, every time I log out my accounts, when I log back on, it has to be verified through my phone. Just like it probably happened with a lot of y'all. That's the new wave. All of that is to combat cyber attacks. That's why you keep hearing that word. See, when you keep hearing words, those are trigger words. When you keep hearing them promote certain words, those are agendas that are eventually going to take place. That's why I always tell you, they tell you right in your face. Oh, yeah, let's talk about it. Back to the chicken sandwiches. Bro, I forgot about that. You're right. It was so many fights over that chicken sandwich and people was dying. Because remember, I told you that was part of the agenda. They wanted to see how savage people actually was going to go for them sandwiches. And guess what? I put on my grandmother's grave to this day. I have never tasted the Popeyes chicken sandwich. Never. I ain't gonna lie. I almost was tempted one time to taste it. That was the nigga in me, but I ain't never tasted it. Because I'm gonna be real. When I used to go to Popeyes, I used to just always mostly get the shrimp. The shrimp, that was my main thing. The popcorn shrimp, the shrimp. And then sometime I get the Cajun fish. But I ain't never had a chicken sandwich, but we gotta remember. And also, y'all forgot when Beyonce came out with that Popeyes outfit, that Adidas suit with the Popeyes colors. Y'all forgot about that? I said, yo, why is they promoting Popeyes like this? So that's why when you see Megan Thee Stallion promoting the hottie sauce for Popeyes, remember, she was under what? Rock Nation Management. So she was in the loop with Jay-Z and them as well. So she had to deal with Popeyes. But let's look at Popeyes. Where's Popeyes located? At a hood near you. Every hood, I don't care where you go at, in a hood near you, it's a Popeyes. Or if you want to find Popeyes, it's going to be in the hood, in the midst of the ghetto. Period. Am I lying? Am I flying? Just what's another company you're going to find anywhere in America? And this is something I've been learned. This is how I learned by traveling. No matter where you go in the hood, you're going to see what? A Family Dollar, a Dollar General, a Dollar Tree. Now you see in the pandemic, what? Dollar Tree went up to $1.25. What else you going to see? Family Dollar and Dollar Tree have merged together. They getting money together. But this one thing I'm going to ask you, who owns Dollar Tree and who owns Family Dollar? Who is the CEO of Family Dollar? I bet you don't know. But you do know one thing: it's a Family Dollar at every hood, every ghetto across America. If you in the city, you don't know where you at. When you see a Family Dollar, all you got to know is you in the hood, and that's where you can find the smoke. That's where you can find everything you need to find when you see that Family Dollar. Facts. I learned that no matter what state I've been in, it's always a Family Dollar or Dollar General. It's gonna be one of them. Family Dollar, Dollar Tree, all over at a hood near you. Because these are controlled by the corporations. These are the people that capitalize. Now, this is the funny thing. So now Dollar Tree went up to $1.25, but when you go on Family Dollar, they got stuff for $1. And some of it is the same products that was in Dollar Tree. I said, what type of games are they playing? So Dollar Tree went up and Family Dollar, now they got dollar products. You get what I'm saying? Why you think when you go to Family Dollar all across every Family Dollar you go to, what they sell? Prepaid phones, they sell blunts, they sell liquor. Because in their mind, they know how the hood work. They say we like prepaid cell phones, we like to get our blunts and our liquor. So they put it all in one store, Family Dollar. But it's called Family Dollar where you're supposed to get stuff for your family. But they know in your family, somebody smoke weed and they're going to need a blunt, some cigarettes. They know somebody in your family going to need a prepaid card. See, everything they do is already mapped out. That's how it works. That's right. Dollar stores used to be called 5 and dime back in the day. Yup. That's a fact. That's what they said Woolworth used to be. Cozy, what's up, Cozy? That's right. The Family Dollar sell beer too. That's a fact. A lot of the alcoholics be going to Family Dollar stealing their beer. So that's why I say pretty soon you're going to see Family Dollar. It's going to be computerized. And you're not going to be able to get no beer unless you got a card to swipe. That's how it's going to be soon. And a lot of things about to be different. That's where we at with it right now. So that's why I'm telling you, when you start peeping all this internet beef, these are all distractions. Because the internet beef is a cyber war when it's actually two people coming at each other head that's never going to see each other. And they're not going to do nothing to each other because they're not going to see each other. So they beef online, which is called a cyber war. The same way Russia, China don't never have to come over here. They can just bang on America through cyber wars. Now, let's get back into some other things. Did we not hear in the past years, people have been going on to what? The dark web ordering drugs. What kind of drugs they've been ordering? They say they've been ordering fentanyl pills. Where do fentanyl pills come from? Allegedly, they come from China. Cyber wars. What's the number one cause of OD in America right now? Just happens to be Fetty. Cyber wars. People beefing that don't got to even see each other. This is the new technology. I told you everything is on fast forward. See, my people right here, y'all smart. That's why y'all in the building. Y'all are considered to be the elite. Y'all are the real illuminated ones, the ones that really got the light, that really know what's going on. The people that's not in darkness. That's the people that's in this room right now. You know why? Because you saw the title and you wanted to come to see what was going on. That proves that you're smart. That proves that you know what time it is. You see, out of all these other channels that got stuff going on right now, you right here. What does that prove? That means you attracted to light. You attracted to information. Why? Because you want to know where you're going. And I'm not saying I got the answers, but what I'm trying to say is, out of any channel you could have been on, any channel y'all subscribe to right now, y'all pulled up. Which shows y'all are the small percentage of people that's going to always be here. Y'all are the people that actually going to be the light bringers to your family and guide your family through all the darkness called ignorance. Because we know what? A lot of people don't know what's going on. We got some that what? Don't know what's going on. We got some that don't want to know what's going on. And then we got some people that can't even comprehend it. But guess what? Y'all are the ones that comprehend everything. What's up to the chat? Black Barbie 05. What's up? Hunter Rizzo. What up, bro? This is what's going on. Y'all the people that got the light. Trust me when I tell you. So this is why y'all are already on point. Y'all already see what? Y'all see the cyber wars. Y'all already know about the cyber attacks. Y'all the ones not distracted by the internet beef. Like I said, what? Everybody going to entertain ignorance. But guess what? It's 24 hours in a day. Now let's look. How much of that 24 hours is it actually sunlight? The time of the day of sunlight represents the time you should actually be doing something productive or learning something. When the sun goes down and it turns into darkness, that's the time you're supposed to be what? Getting rest. Or that is the time when you can't entertain a little bit of ignorance at night. But when that sun is up, you're supposed to be getting down to business. Let's bring it back to ancient times. Let's bring it back to slavery. What time of day did they work on the crops? Did they work on the crops at night or in the day? When you see people dealing with construction, I don't care what they building. Do they build at night or do they build in the day? Building, construction, also construction of your mind called building your mind up, building yourself up. It takes place in the day. Under what? The sunlight. During the day, you're supposed to always be generating energy. You're supposed to be doing something. If you're not doing something physically, you're supposed to be generating your mental. A gump, a peanut head, a person with a frozen dome, a frozen mind, during the day, they stuck. You see that pit? You see my avatar right here? That's how a stupid nigga be on the couch all day, stuck. Now you see me posing, but I'm also in thought. I could be in thought, contemplating. But you also see me looking at the light. I'm looking out the window, gathering my thoughts. But my point is this. Some people sit like that on the couch or in a chair all day, and they ain't thinking about nothing. Those are the people who are living in darkness. Those are the people that ain't going to see what time it is. So I can break down a lot of stuff. Everything ain't to be exposed right now. That's why a lot of times I do dumb shit down. I dumb shit down. You know why I dumb shit down? Because that's what people attract to. But when I start talking that real talk, man, people don't want to hear that. But guess what? I do it like that. That's how I separate. Just like when you're a planner, you got to know how to separate the weeds. You got to get the weeds out of here. So when it's time to drop the jewels, the people going to get the real jewels. They're going to get the real fruit. Y'all the ones getting the real fruit. So my point is, that's why you see me in a pose of thinking, looking into the sun with the shades on, which also symbolizes I can't be blinded. You understand? Therefore, I cannot be distracted. But some people is reverse. They can sit in the middle of the sunlight and be distracted and actually get dumber. That's what you're seeing right now with the internet beef. You're seeing spectacles of light. What's a spectacle of light? A false image of a person that's doing something great, that think they the shit. A person that think they shining, spectacles of light. But in reality, they're not doing nothing. Why they not doing nothing? Because they wasted time beefing. Why they not doing nothing? Because when you watch them, you already know you ain't going to get nothing out of that shit. Nothing that's going to benefit your life. Nothing that's even going to help you get a better vision on how you see things. But like I said, remember, my point is I said it's a time for the bullshit too. But when is it time to actually gain the light? When is it time to actually gain information? And I'm saying all this to say that the world is in a time of information. That's the time we in right now. So you could take it or leave it. That's what time it is. That's why I keep telling my people, if you in tune with the information, if you dealing with the light, you're going to be all right. If you dealing with darkness, you might as well already dig your own grave. Because that's why you hear one of my slogans is, they not going to make it. You see, people are actually literally sinking in quicksand, and they're going to need some of us to hold on to. They're not going to make it. And guess what? Y'all know the hourglass, right? Y'all know the hourglass with the sand in it. You know, when you flip it over, that sand start coming down slowly, slowly. But you know, eventually all that sand going to come to the bottom of the glass. That's the human life right now. That's what you watching right now. You seeing people slowly, slowly ticking away. And the elites, the people that run things, they got it on fast forward. They on fast forward, they got you on slow motion. So that's why I always say you got to know how to adapt with the times. You got to know how to move. You got to know how to shape. You got to know how to pay attention. You got to know how not to be distracted. That's the only way you're going to be all right. Other than that, I can't do nothing for you. We also in a time what? You can't help nobody. They got to help themselves. It's nothing you could do. You could try to stop somebody from drowning, but 9 times out of 10, y'all knowing a person that's drowning, you could try to save them, and they could what? Make you drown right with them. Because they panicking, they doing all this extra stuff, moving around, they can't swim, and you fuck around and drown right with them. That's what's going on right now. Sibling party. Bless. How you got to this level of knowledge? What is it that changed you? Well, to be honest with you, Miss Deja, I've always been a seeker of knowledge. Right? I was born a Muslim. My father taught me to never eat pork. And it was times when I got rebellious in my life. I had older brothers that taught me a lot of things. They gave me, they gave me knowledge and information, but I always went astray. Meaning I always was dealing with peer pressure, the streets, negativity. But my point is, I always loved to read and I always loved information. I always wanted to be a person to know. Like when I was young and we learned that knowing is half the battle. When I started learning that knowledge is power, meaning the more you know, the more power you got. See, I got attracted to those type of slogans. I actually liked to read books. First, I was in the comic books, like anything we're reading, and I actually would get into it, and it would become a storyline, and I would get some. That's why I always come from reading. I'm not gonna say in cap is reading, and I done read all type of. I done read street books. Yeah, I know all them books is out. I done read street books, gangster books, but I read a lot of books about knowledge. Like I read about melanin. Like when I was like 21 years old, it was a time when I used to go to the bookstores with money, like niggas go shopping, and I go buy books. And I have bookshelves in the crib, and I make sure every day or at least once a week, sometime out the week, I read something because I always wanted to know what I didn't know. Once I found out that everything we was taught was a lie, like I said, I dropped out of school, all of that. Once I found out everything was a lie, I made it a journey to learn everything that was real about our ancestors, our background, and just how the world worked in general. We didn't know that when we went to school, science, they was actually teaching us about ourselves. See, a lot of things we went to school with, we didn't actually know it applied to us. When you was dealing with biology, what's biology? The study of life. But the way they was teaching it, we didn't want to learn it. And that's on purpose too. But everything they was teaching us was stuff we supposed to, like that, all that stuff was our sciences. You know what I'm saying? Biology, chemistry, mathematics, certain things. They always put that English on us. They always put a whole bunch of other stuff on us. But my point is, once I figured out everything was a lie, when I was young, I got intrigued by wanting to know what I didn't know and what the average person didn't know. Then I was with a lot of people. This was a time where knowing was cool. Having knowledge of self was cool. And if you didn't have knowledge of self, you was considered a lame, a bozo. And you couldn't come around certain people if you were stupid or ignorant. You couldn't rock with certain people. And these people that was smart, they was getting money. So a lot of them was hustlers. They knew, and this was a time when people was anti-working. I ain't working for the white man. We're gonna get our own money. This was that time. And people that was smart, they was using their intelligence to get paid. And that's what intrigued me to want to learn more and learn more. So even when I was dealing with criminal activity, I always studied and I always had an edge on my opposition. The same way you'll see some of the most successful hustlers, they actually sat back and studied the life of, other entrepreneurs. They studied how to run a drug company like how Sam runs Walmart. We had people doing this back in the day. That's how a lot of people became successful from the streets, because they were studying the blueprints of Fortune 500 companies, and they was running a drug operation just like a company, like a corporation. That's how a lot of our people got rich, because they actually had knowledge. They actually knew who they was. They knew what they was doing. They knew how to move. I told y'all it was a time where people that was in criminal activity, they did make enough money to put their kids through college. They did have $1 million in cash in the crib. These are the people I looked up to. These are the people who I wanted to be like, because these are some of the people I see with my own eyes. People with $100,000 in the crib, stuff like that. Cash. All type of luxury cars, straight cash, never worked a job in their life. That's why I was trying to tell people that time I'm talking about is now over. Our people was living by that for so long. These people peeped out game. They said we can't have that no more. Not only that, they don't want us to come up no more. So they already know if we take away their underground market, then it's easier for us to keep our foot on their neck. And this just ain't my people. Y'all know people. Y'all, everybody that's in this building, everybody that's probably listening to this, know you have somebody in your family one point in time, a lot of money. We always, if you ain't see it with your own eyes, your family member told you, your uncle so-and-so, they had this. Your aunt and them, they had that. Your people, they had, I'm telling you, because our people actually had the bag. Our people was buying cribs straight cash. No bank account, no loan. Our people are some ultimate hustlers, because our people was into learn. So you got to remember, they had their foot on our neck. So once they took the foot off, and we had a chance where we didn't have to be ignorant no more, and we actually had a chance to learn and better ourselves, a lot of people took the opportunity in the 70s, the 80s, the 90s to get knowledge, information, and better themselves. Why you think when you see a nurse right now, a lot of nurses that's older, yeah, she pushing the bins, but she went to school in the early 90s. You might see a woman, a high executive in a bank. That same woman, she went to college to be an accountant in the 80s. My point is this: it was people that was in the drug game or in the street game, the number game. People was getting money all type of ways, but they installed certain things in their kids and actually provided a lifestyle for their kids to be where you see them at right now. Another thing I'm gonna put you on to, a lot of people do have businesses, and a lot of our people are successful. But what some people don't understand is some of that money actually was started from the street. Also, some of these corporations, the money started from the street. We had to talk. We talked about this before. A lot of y'all already seen Cocaine Cowboys with Madame Griselda and them, and they told you that Miami was built from drug money. Miami was a place where a lot of white people used to go and retire and go visit. But during the late 70s, early 80s, it got flooded with a bunch of drugs. And when it got flooded with a bunch of drugs from all over the world, the people that profited off the money was the bankers and the people that was investing all of that drug money into what you see now called hotels and other businesses around the area. So a lot of that was funded by drug money. They told you in Cocaine Cowboys. A lot of things you see companies that's legit now, when they first started out, they was getting dirty money. Where the dirty money came from? The dirty money came from the hood. So when you see people like the real Rick Ross still out right now, he got out. The real Rick Ross, he told you how he was moving those bricks throughout America. Well, he was doing business with some of the people now that are CEOs of Fortune, 500 companies. People that's at the top of the chain, he was making money for them in their younger days. That's how this thing works. So being that Rick Ross helped a lot of people get paid on the back end, they let him out of jail. But nigga, you going to sit down for 20, 30 years. You know why? Because you ain't going to blow me up, make me hot. But we going to let you out. But thanks for moving these bricks for us, Rick. That's why he home now. Same thing with niggas like Alpo. What was Alpo doing? Moving them bricks. When he was moving them bricks, let's break it down. Where they say he went from? New York to where he go to? DC. Who's in DC? What's in DC? After Alpo moved them bricks. Remember, not only was they moving the bricks, getting these people rich, what also was they doing? Killing their own community. So now they was getting paid, killing two birds with one stone. I can use Rick Ross to get me rich and flood out Compton, flood out LA, flood out everywhere with drugs, get everybody turning to crackheads, and we're going to get paid. When we finish with that nigga, we're going to lock his ass up. Same thing with Alpo. We're going to get Alpo to flood Harlem, flood the East Coast, flood DC. I'll make my bread off this nigga. We all going to make our money off this nigga. And when we finish, we're going to lock his ass up. Now we got him to kill his own people, fuck up the hood. We got a 2-for-1. So now we'll let you back out, Alpo. Good job. We appreciate you. That's why niggas like Alpo was able to still come home. Because a lot of people got paid off of niggas. But guess what? Those are just the two figureheads. Do you know how many men was used for that same job across America to move those bricks? You heard that song, Young Nigga Move That Dope. Young nigga move that dope. How you think that song can be played on the radio? Because guess what? It was a time when that shit was sanctioned. All this public record. That's part of why Rick Ross came home. They already found out when certain things didn't want to be passed through Congress, they was getting dirty money and funding wars with dirty money. So that's why a lot of them had their hands in the pot. Some of them people that had their hands in the pot, they're the ones that are the billionaires and the trillionaires. Those are the ones that sit at the top of the chain. A lot of people don't know this. But you should know it's all public record. So the reason why I'm saying this because all of this ties into what's going on right now. ASAP Auto, what up, bro? We cooking this afternoon. But we dealing with this information. So when you see that the $7 billion of scamming that is now being analyzed and the cyber wars, it's because it's what I just told you. They can't profit off of drugs no more. That game is over with. So the new game has become the scam game. And guess what? They're already all cashed out off the scam game now. Because what some people don't know, allegedly, let's keep it 1,000. For everybody that was scamming, for everybody that was using those pieces, everything that was stolen and finessed was already insured. Therefore, the bank still got their money. The same thing you don't understand when you a booster and niggas is going in stores boosting. When you boost out of Macy's, you boost out of, Nordstrom, whatever store you boost out of, they're going to get that money back in insurance anyway. So you're actually helping the product move out the store. So if you don't understand the game, I'm going to show you why crime exists and why it always existed and how crime always funded America some kind of way. But that's why when I tell you crime is over, it's because they don't capitalize so much off of crime, they actually don't need crime no more. That's my point of what I been trying to tell people all this time. We know America was built off of crime. A percentage of it was. Therefore, everybody basically washed their hands. You know how you put on the antibacterial, everybody, they washed their hands. The people that was getting dirty money, the higher ups, they washed their hands. And they said, we good now. We don't need this stuff no more. We can get money other ways now. So therefore, the people in the hood that was dependent on that money, they're the ones that stuck, and they're the ones being a scapegoat. I just told you how I go down. You went into the Rolex store, you swiped a bogus card, got the Rolex watch, you finessed the bank. The Rolex store still going to get their money back. Get it? Everybody's eating. Taxes still getting paid. But we need you to steal it because these products ain't moving anyway. So go ahead and do some stealing. Y'all do some stealing, we'll get paid on the back end. Same thing. It works like the same way with food stamps. Take these damn food stamps. Go shopping. Why? Because if y'all don't go shopping with the food stamps, the meat gonna go bad. How are we gonna make our profit? The milk gonna start spoiling in the store. We need this milk and food to keep moving out these damn stores. So take these food stamps and we're gonna get our money on the back end. So yeah, when they give you food stamps, they're helping you, but really that's how these companies get paid. Why? People that work hard, that got funny money, they can't shop every day. Why you think the people without food stamps, you could tell, I'm just gonna break down politics. People that work, they don't have a shopping cart full of stuff because they can't afford it. So that's why they say, y'all take the food stamps because we need y'all to cash it out. Y'all gonna cash out this food, keep these corporations running, keep Kool-Aid making their money, keep Hawaiian Punch making our money, keep Oreo make, all these corporations got to make their money. Therefore, they always going to give out food stamps because that's how the products move. A person that work a job, they say, man, I ain't paying $5 for this Oreos. I can't afford that. You get it? Dorito, I ain't paying $4.50 for a bag of Doritos. Not with no straight cash. That's a pack of chicken. So they know the people with stamps are going to go buy all that. That's how the corporations get paid. So they're going to keep pumping out the food stamps because on the back end, they cash out. One hand wash the other, man. That's the American way. It ain't that they trying to help nobody. They need the companies to keep booming. That's all it is. So my point is, man, why you think you ain't never hear nobody go to jail for selling no food stamps? How many times on Facebook you seen people trying to sell their stamps? Police, they don't do nothing over that. You know why? Because they know somebody got to spend that food. Somebody got to buy that food out the store. They don't care who swiped the card. Politics. Because when you got money invested in Breyers or you got money invested in Chips Ahoy, you need them cookies to sell so that stock will go up. So you don't care who spend the money in the supermarket as long as that shit moving. And the truck's dropping it off and it's moving. That's all they care about. Economics, mathematics. So now when we dealing with the cyber attacks, they saying that the cyber attacks can make a threat to all of this. All of this could be shaken up through cyber attacks. Because remember, if things get zapped, you can't swipe. If you can't swipe, you can't make no money. So that's a way they can shut stuff down. That's also a way what? They can make you go crazy. And then you're going to start pillaging. You're going to start panicking. And that's how they can start locking you up. We seen all of these movies. We've seen all of these different things with people scrounging around America looking for food, fighting. Why you think they keep showing all this stuff? Because some people might feel like that's part of the plan. Some people feel like that's a fact, Queen. I done seen people pushing 2 carts. That's a fact. Man, they play games, man. Let me tell you something, man. The same way they give out all them stamps, you see people with 2 carts. Then they'll turn around and say America got an obesity problem. Then they'll turn around and say America got a bad heart problem. And we got programs. My point is this. They got you eating the food. Now you eating the food, you getting sick. Now who get paid? The doctors get paid. The hospitals get paid. The medical field gets paid. Everybody's getting $1 off you. That's how this all works. And when it's all said and done, everybody got to pay taxes. So, man, everybody's saying the same thing. They didn't get no notification. I'm getting tired of that. I told you, man, when you don't talk stupid, when you look, man, I already know the game, man. I told y'all the videos I want to get out, they don't never get out. I done peeped that a long time ago. I told y'all my videos with the most views is some of my most shameful videos. Most of them are they ignorant videos. I'm gonna be real. Man, I know how this works, man. That's just what it is. That's something I already accepted. When I do videos, the notifications are not going out. But I will. That's why I always keep saying hit the all notification bell. Because now it's just if you subscribe, you gotta hit all notifications so you get any notification. But I already know this always happens. Anytime I got almost 2,000 subs and I got to fight just to get 1,000 views, I already know the game. People always saying they don't get I know how it works. This is how my channel is being dealt with. That's why I always tell you I don't care about the numbers, but I do want y'all to pull up. I do want y'all to tap in, be entertained, and get some jewels and get through your day a little better. You know what I'm saying? That's my whole thing. Everything I'm talking about, like when Miss Deja asked me earlier, I've been dealing with this my whole life. I just get a chance now to share certain things with people. Some of these are conversations I have. I might be sitting in the crib watching something. I'm like, damn, I'm just brainstorming, breaking the whole thing down, just looking at it play out. So then I could come online now and just explain what I just seen and just see who catch it. You know what I'm saying? And then that's what I do. So that's why I say this don't cost me nothing to pull up. This ain't no sweat off my back. But I understand how this algorithm works. With certain people is never gonna be out there a certain way. That's just what it is. That's how it's all designed to be. So therefore, that's also part of the cyber wars. That's why I'm tying all this together. That's part of the cyber war. What's part of the cyber war? Well, people that make ignorant videos, they can go viral. You ain't noticed online. Pick a social media platform. I dare you. You go on any social media platform, say something positive, watch you don't get no likes. For my females, pull your pants down a little bit, start twerking. I bet you go viral. I bet you go viral. Or I bet you get a lot of likes. Sit your ass on the sink and take a picture. I bet you get more likes than if you put something inspirational. That's how it's set up to be. Not only is the algorithm set up that way, that's how the brain is actually, that's how the brain works now. The human brain, it works on ignorance now. That's how it's all set up. So that's why I'm trying to tell you, when you're dealing with YouTube, if it's ignorance, it's always going to flourish. If it's stupidity, that shit going to go through the roof. When you got something of any type of substance, any type of thing, of any type of, they not going for that. It's certain keywords which either speed up your video or certain words will slow down your video. I've been studying this for a little minute now. I know what I'm talking about. That's how it's set up to be. So there's nothing I can do about it because what? I can't fight the machine. That's why I just told y'all earlier, the people who's supposed to be here always going to pull up. What up, Diz, NY, Miss LA? See, my people pull up when it's time. Y'all know what time it is. I told you the people that's here are the people that's supposed to be here. They the ones that's supposed to get the jewels. The people that don't catch it, they just going to be the ones stuck where they at. That's like right now, I could have been doing a free diamond chain giveaway, and all y'all would have got one. The people that didn't pull up, they would have lost out. Well, that's how the jewels get distributed. That's how it works. Everything ain't meant for everybody, because I just told y'all earlier, what up, Yak? What up, Huey the Gods? My people, they pulling up now. That's why I told you, majority of the people, 85% of the people are caught up in ignorance anyway. So therefore, only a small portion going to make it. Oh, we always heard about population control. Yeah, everybody was scared of population control. What does population control actually mean? It actually means that the dumb people ain't going to make it. And the smart people will, and the smart people that make it are going to be a small few. That's the population control. But you thought it was just going to be a whole bunch of killing. No. The population control is going to be people that can't control themselves. They're going to be the ones that get put in prison. Those are going to be the ones that get put in poverty. Those are going to be the ones that keep living a cycle of going nowhere. And then that's going to force some people to become drug heads, and some people are going to be forced to take their own life. Disclaimer, because the 85% of the people ain't going to make it anyway. Same way what? If a club throw an extravagant event, what's going to happen at the club? What they say, the first amount of people get in free. The other people y'all get in, but after a certain time, nobody can't come in the party no more. Man, that's how life works. Everybody's not going to make it to the party. Don't everything work like that? When you try to catch a flight, don't sometimes the flight gets booked up. Johnny come lately, he don't make the flight. His money ain't no good. And that's how life works. Everybody ain't going to make it. Everybody is not going to enter. Majority of the people going to miss out. So my point is this: don't keep wasting time feeling sorry for nobody and worried about everybody else. You better just worry about yourself. And those are the people that's always going to be on time in everything they do, because you got to worry about yourself. That's where we at with this. What's up, Rondell? See my people, y'all pulled up right at the same time. That's how this works. So being that y'all just pulled up, I've been tying this all together. So I done put some jewels in this episode, but I'm tying all this together. Now, the topic of this video is $7 billion have been scammed through the computer. And this is the FBI report. 847,376 people have been scammed. This is called cyber crimes. And the cyber crimes coincide with the cyber attacks. Who's being attacked? The people are being attacked. What? Financially. What also ties into the cyber attacks? The internet beef. What's internet beef? When people are attacking other people online, causing a distraction. That is a warfare. You know how some people start an internet beef to get their views up? That's a warfare they're using. Cyber attacks. Same way countries beef with countries. For those that just pulled up, I'm going to repeat it again. The number one attacks on America has been what? They say the number one attacks been cyber attacks from who? They say that Russia has hacked our country. Did they not say that? The gas company by the name of Colonial, remember the reason why the gas went up? We got hacked. Well, they say that was Russia. I told y'all earlier, a company called JBS, they say they are the world's largest beef supplier. They got hacked for $11 million, and they blame that on Russia. Hacked through the internet. Now, do we not have a pandemic in this country by the name of fentanyl? Who controls the fentanyl? Where does it come from? I think they said it come from China. I also think they said you can get the fentanyl on the dark web on what? A computer. That makes it cyber. So the two people accused of these cyber attacks is China and Russia. They doing it through different tactics. Why? American people love to be online, and American people love to party, get high. So we can attack them through the internet. Cyber attack, cyber war. Why is a cyber war? Because it's countries beefing that don't have to see each other face to face, that don't gotta bust one shot. Cyber wars. The same thing with two niggas in two different states or two different parts of the world, America, beefing, and they ain't never gonna see each other. Cyber wars. And all of this adds up to distraction. Why is it all a distraction? Because meanwhile, it's people dying every day. How they dying? Overdose. How are people dying financially, getting their money jacked? Most of us, I said earlier, most of us already got our credentials hooked up to our phone. Everybody, I'm pretty sure, is guilty of having some type of card hooked up to the internet or the phone, because I know you bought something online. You paid your phone bill online. Therefore, you are already subject to a cyber attack. That's why I'm tying this together, because we know recently the president has been campaigning. The whole world in America is talking about we got to be prepared for cyber attacks. So, like I said, I'm just giving my opinion and putting it all together. And in my opinion, what I see a lot of distraction. I see a lot of dark days coming for a certain group of people. And I told you, the people that's on point, they're going to be all right. For y'all that just pulled up, I spoke about the video I dropped earlier, the video I put out with the man that went to the gas station that had no employees. He had to use a code for the bathroom that was proof that you could run a gas station without one human being. And like I said earlier, other companies are going to see that. Other companies are going to want to do it, and they're going to get down. And I also spoke about how that gas station can be ran from a phone. That gas station can be ran from overseas. That gas station can be ran by anybody. You don't need no workers, and you don't got to touch nothing. Why? They can order the gas on the jack. They can order the gas online. Boom, fill up the tanks. They can order the merch online, put it in the machine. Now we don't have to worry about nobody stealing, nobody sticking up the gas station. That's automatically a shutdown on crime. Automatic. No more crime in that gas station. But guess what? That's going to go everywhere. And I have to repeat it again because some people felt like it might have just been down south. But no, that's where the test run runs at. Don't you think in Chicago they want that technology? Don't you think in New York they want that technology? New Jersey, they want to make it all over where they could just run their gas station, count their ducks, get their paper, and they ain't got to worry about getting jacked. They ain't got to worry about getting robbed. Look, this is what it is. Shut down that criminal element, period. Your money no good here. We don't want that dirty cash. Man, this is what's going on right now. And for the people that just pulled up, I was telling y'all how everything is on fast forward right now, but they're trying to have you on slow motion. What's slow motion? The slow motion is the distractions. So all I'm doing is just speaking my piece. I'm just freestyling right now. I'm just telling you what it is, because when I see this report of all the people that done got scams, $7 billion worth of scamming, and then I hear on one hand Joe talking about cyber wars, I know some more people about to get scammed. And I also know a certain amount of people about to go to jail. This was going on right now. Salute to the chat. I see y'all pulling up. Oh, man. I'm about to touch on that too. Hold up. Wow. Shay just said, plus they shutting down strip clubs because of that cash. No more making it rain. And it's funny you said that, because I just seen a report the other day where Bow Wow said he ain't going to be throwing no more money in the strip clubs. Wow. See? It's certain people know certain things. Because they also know that in the hood, in the community. What up, Roski? I see you, bro. I have my head down. What up, Net Stars? They know a lot of women been eating off the strip club, getting that bread, and in return, they've been able to sustain their household. And some women that strip, they can take care of their man too, because they've been making a lot of cash money. But guess what? All that making it rain, they shutting that down because that's going to slow the bag up. And now they're going to calculate who's actually getting that money. They're going to make it now where if you want to dance or a private dance or a private female, you're going to have to go through an agency and swipe a card. And they'll probably have a room for you to sit in and get a dance. It's going to be something like that. But we know the rich, certain people, they already swipe their card online and the chick pop up at your house. Escort, it's been going on. But now what you're seeing is they cracking down on that in the hood. Because they know that shorty like to get them bundles and she like to get fly, go to the strip club, make $1,000 and then go on a shopping spree. They shutting that down. So when you just said that they shut down the strip clubs, you hit it right on the head, because the strip club is one of the number one generators of cash money that cannot be tracked, even down to the bar where they sell that liquor. They're cornering the market. Guess what? They just doing it little by little by little. See what Rondell said. That's why a lot of these strippers have been turning into rappers. That is a fact. I know this for a fact. The strip club been slowing up. The strip club been slowing up a long time. I say somebody close to me used to work at a strip club, and it was times they'd come home with $30, stuff like that, $40. People couldn't even make tip out, or they paid tip out. You know, they might got to pay $150 to dance. They come home, they only made $80. That's been going on a long time. You know why? Because a lot of people on drugs now, a lot of people ain't tricking like that, and it don't cost much to get a female to dance for you no more. I'm gonna be real. That's what time it is now. And some of these chicks, they super desperate. Well, you can probably buy 2 chicks, 3 chicks for $100. That's part of what messed up the stripper game. And a lot of chicks been peeped that. Why you think they've been started being what? Bartenders. Just like I told my people years ago, like 2014, I said, you can make more money just being a bartender. You ain't even got to do all that. The bartenders get the most money because they actually get tips and get conversation and talk to drunk niggas and get more money than the dancer doing backflips, splits, dirty, sweaty on the pole. The bartenders get the most bread. It's been like that. But like you said, Rondell, that's why people like Cardi B became rappers. There you go. What else we see? We see them what? Shutting down rappers. They know rapping is a way where people, that's like the last form to become a millionaire from nothing, being a rapper. What does rapper mean now? I told you, they try to make it what rapper means death. Rapper means a bird. Rapper means somebody gonna get killed at the party. That's what rapper mean now. They destroying rap right in our face. We had the conversations already. I told you how they shut down heavy metal, rock, and rock music. They doing the same thing to rap. We already know they killed R&B. One of you ladies, tell me your favorite R&B singer that sings straight R&B, blows straight notes, and sing over melodies. You name me one R&B singer. Most of the so-called rappers, they be trying to sing because they finesse the music. And the music, how they finesse the music, they threw off the human nature. That's why when you hear those rap songs, some of them songs sound like them niggas be crying and whining. You also going to see why women act harder than men, and you're going to see men got softer because it's part of the music. That was also another warfare they use, manipulating the music, manipulating the RPMs within the track, which threw your melanin off, that threw the frequency of your brain off. That's why you see everything is out of whack. Say it again. Why you think women are more aggressive and a lot of men, they turn into crybabies? And most of the rap songs, niggas be crying and whining because it ain't no more R&B no more. It was the time when you listen to hardcore rap, nigga got their hard gangster on, and then he can listen to some R&B and chill the fuck out and lay with his shorty. Just like shorty, for the women, it was a time you could turn up to your most hardest rap song, and then at night you could listen to R&B and relax. Be a woman, chill out. It was a balance in the music. Once they killed R&B, they infused it with rap. They mixed it all up together. Now, when you listen to music, you don't get a certain feeling from it. You kind of off balance a little bit. That's why when you go to the club, you don't dance like that. Remember, you went to the club, you might have danced. Then at the end, you might have slow dance, slow grind, slow wine. It was a balance. Now everybody in the club posted up like a gangster, playing with their phone. It's no man and woman coming together. That's through the frequency of the music. The same way certain music get played, a nigga's gonna die that night. That's how it works. When they play certain music, you could bet your bottom dollar it's gonna be a fight or somebody getting shot, or it's gonna be shots fired in the parking lot because of the music. Music has been turned into a weapon. And when you're dealing with music being turned into a weapon, I'm gonna also show you how that's part of what? Cyber wars. How is that part of cyber wars? Because most of the music you listen to it on a computer or a digital device called streaming. Another warfare. You heard about Universal. You heard about all these record labels. All right. Who owns the record labels? Yeah, you know about Puffy, but who owns who Puffy worked for? You heard about Russell. Who owns Universal? Who owns Capitol? Which I know about Sony. Well, when you know who Sony is, you know who owns Sony, don't you? You know what country Sony comes from, don't you? That's who owns the music industry. That's who controls the frequency, and I'm proving how that's part of the cyber wars. Why you think when you hear this music, it tell you to pop a perk, pop a molly, aka pop some meth, pop a fake fentanyl, and pass out, nigga. Warfare. It all works together, and people getting paid and they cashing out. They got money invested in Sony, money invested in Universal. Everybody's eating. And then for you that love the Sony PS5, you getting brainwashed, killing on that. Grand Theft Auto, kill. You get it? Call of Duty, kill. But the owners of Sony, they getting rich. Laughing to the bank. While y'all all destroying yourself. We all destroying ourselves. How? Digital cyber wars. We all caught up in these devices, and they are used for our destruction. Period. And our destruction keeps the thing going. Everybody gets paid. But I ain't trying to stop nobody. I'm just telling you what I see. This all alleged. I'm going to give a disclaimer on this. But like I told you, my people that pull up, y'all already know what time it is. Y'all already in the light. That's why y'all here right now. So I'm showing you how all this ties together. The cyber attacks, the cyber wars, the internet beef, it all goes hand in hand. We already heard Dame Dash recently came out and said how what? The social media platforms benefit off of internet beef. Because whatever a nigga got to do to get views, he going to get views. And when he getting them views, what's going to happen? Advertisers going to pop up on the video. They getting paid. How they getting paid? They getting paid off two niggas beefing off their own destruction. Ha. And guess what? While they beefing, we implement so many things around them. We got them niggas stuck in the house. By the time they come outside, they ain't even gonna be able to function. That's why I keep showing you it goes back to that gas station. By the time you niggas come out, you ain't even gonna be able to get no gas unless you in the loop. You ain't gonna be able to do nothing. Why? Because you was wasting all that time playing around. You always thought it wasn't that gonna happen. You was worried about this nigga and that nigga, and these niggas ain't talking about nothing. Some of these niggas are working. Some of these niggas are agents. Why you think some of these niggas get YouTube plaques on their wall? They getting paid to fucking lead you astray. They get looked out for. They get extra views, extra clicks. You know why? Because they got plaques on the wall. They work for these people. They work with them to lead you a fucking stray. Everybody eats. Everybody's straight. That's why they never break a story. That's why they never break nothing down. All they do is take something you already know, you already heard, you already seen, and they remix it and act like they telling you something, but they never gonna break no news. When the last time you actually seen a big YouTuber break news? You tell me that. When you last time you seen a big YouTuber put you onto a jewel you never heard before or wake you up to something you never seen? No. The only thing they master is telling you shit you already know. Make it like a preacher. When you go to the church, he just keep telling you shit you already know. He keep telling you shit to make you feel good. That's what these big YouTubers do. They just keep telling you shit to make you feel good. So you say, yeah, that's right, bro. That's right, son. Yeah, bro. Yeah, sis. That's right. But you ain't getting no jewels out of that. When you leave, you're like, damn, you ain't even learn nothing. You ain't getting nothing out of that. So my point is, that's what they get paid to do. That's their job. To keep you like you in a church. And that's why I told you some of these people, they got cult followings. That's their job, to put you in a cult like the real Jim Jones that had all them people drink the Kool-Aid and pass out, them 900 people. That was his job. That was sanctioned. Some of these people that do these jobs, they are sanctioned to do what they do. What are they sanctioned to do? Lead you astray, keep you in the darkness. That's their job. That's what they get paid for. So when they talk about how they get these big checks, they're getting big checks for leading you astray. They're not just getting big checks for views. They're getting checks because they're doing a good job. That's why they got plaques on the wall. So that's why I just told y'all earlier, my videos would never go to a certain level because it ain't set up to be that way. And I actually don't want it to be that way. I just want it to be at a decent level with a decent amount of people. I want respectable people. Yeah, that's on the same page with me to be in tune. Other than that, I'm straight. The same way when I start talking that talk, they dip out the room like I told y'all. I do this all the time. I could talk about something. I watch the numbers. They say steady. When I start going in on certain topics, the numbers start jumping. Because guess what? For the sister that asked me earlier, how I know when I learned certain things about how knowledge is power, when you understand knowledge is power, you actually could use knowledge for a weapon to defeat your enemies. And knowledge is power, and power is the truth. When you have the ability to speak the truth, man, cowards gonna always run. You heard about how your tongue is a sword. Well, you only can swing that sword when you speak in truth. You can't use your tongue as a sword when you're telling lies. It don't work like that. But when you speak the truth and you stand on truth, your tongue actually becomes a sword, and that's how you take heads. But you got to be dealing in the truth, or it's not going to work. So I know what I be talking about. That's why I don't start trouble with nobody. That's why I don't just wave weapons in people's face. There's something different going on the planet right now. And guess what? I keep telling you, some of y'all going to be straight and some of y'all not going to make it because y'all don't understand about cyber wars. Everything now is mental, it's digital. You're dealing with the unseen hand that's controlling everything, aka the real puppet master. That's what's going on. It's like when you got your cell phone, your computer, you see everything on the outside, but you don't know shit about that's going on the inside of that device. You don't know nothing about that. But somebody actually had to put that phone, that computer together that know everything that's going on inside that motherboard. They know everything. You just the one just playing with it. You don't know nothing. That's how the world works. So my point is this: I don't know everything. I only know a little. I don't really know too much about nothing. But when I speak what I speak, I know what I'm talking about. That's all I can say. And if I'm wrong, I never stand not to be corrected. This might be my most episode with the most jewels, because you know why? It's something going on right now. Meaning, it's a certain energy that's going on. If you tap into it, you'll see a lot of things for what it is. We had the conversation before. I told you, this is the time where you could actually be the most negative you want to be, or you could be the most positive you want to be right now. The energy is now here. You could be a creator right now, or you could be a destroyer. And the thing is, when you dealing with being a destroyer, 9 times out of 10, you're going to destroy yourself. Because guess what? That's how it's set up to be. So that's why I'm telling you, we in a race. This is a race right now. I ain't saying it ain't about no race, but we all in a race. What we in a race for? We in a race to make it through the door. What's the door? The door is the gateway. How you gonna make it through the gateway when they got fucking gatekeepers? Tell me that. Do you know another way to make it in? Because you got so many gatekeepers, they're called the distractors, aka they're the ones with the internet beef. But everybody got an ego, but that ego ain't nothing but a false image of light. And that false image of light could be manipulated through things called jewelry, money, and material things. Like I said, if I hit the camera and I put a fucking money phone on my face, everybody gonna be in line. Who gonna be next to jump on the shit? Who wanna be next? Who wanna be in the loop? That's how easy it is. Man, I know this game, it's nothing. But guess what? That ain't me. I could have been a preacher if I wanted to. I could have been a leader of an organization if I wanted to. You know why? Because I know how to talk. But I told you, everything I deal with now, I used to deal with in street technology, street criminology. A master of the tongue, a wicked, of flipping a pack and getting away with the crime. That's how I live my life. And I'm not bragging. I'm just telling you something. Everybody got to go through their own transition. Everybody got to go through their own failure, ups and downs. See, the thing about me, I already failed already. You dig? I already was at the bottom. I was at the bottom of my life already a couple of times. So I've been learned the hard way. Everything I speak on come from experience, being hard-headed, being burnt by the stove. I learned everything the hard way. That's why nobody can't tell me nothing about what I know. And that's why I stand on everything I say out my mouth, and I die on that. Because you know why? Man, I already been through it all. And I know what? That life ain't got too much more to offer me. That's why I told you I appreciate my people. Because when I vibe with the people and we building, this might be more important to me than almost anything that's going on in the world right now. And that's why I tell you, this don't got nothing to do with no money. Just like I told y'all from day one, I'm always going to pull up and do what I do. People that been rocking with me, you know I ain't changed yet. And the YouTube checks is fucking sorry. Don't get it twisted. It's sorry. But I got a different motivation right now. And that's what some people ain't going to understand. I know where things is going, and I'm going to be in place. Because you know why? I got other things planned out. Just like you see the infrastructure bill, you see these roads getting rebuilt. Why the roads getting rebuilt? Because they are changing the lanes, and it's going to be different lanes. So which lane you going to be in, or should I say it's about having multiple lanes to be in? You ain't got to just be in one lane. If you're good, it's about having multiple lanes open. That's what time we in right now. If you think you just going to make it going down one lane, nigga, you're going to be trapped. When you on a highway, you better know more than one way to travel. You see, I've been up and down the East Coast, right? I know more than one way to travel. I don't just got to take 95. But some of y'all, all y'all know it's 95. You get it? That's how life works. I know multiple lanes. So I always know how to survive. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like for those that pulled up, I told earlier how me and the bro was talking about how, you know what I'm saying, we're going to be going fishing and stuff like that. Because you better know how to fish. You better know how to live off the land. Whatever it is you do, you better learn how to live off the land. Because if you don't do that, that means you actually been taken out of your natural habitat of living. Meaning, if you got to depend on all this other shit, it means the shit go crazy with a cyber attack and things shut down. It means what? You're going to be hurting. Or you better at least have some good connections. You better be plugged in with the right people. And I told y'all that was the whole purpose of social media. For the right people to link up, socialize through the internet, intertwine with each other, network, interlock. What is inter? That means that's like inner. That means coming together. That means when you understand when something attaches within, meaning the internet was actually to come together and network. But guess what? The elite been using this since 2000, since the 90s. What they been using it for? For business. The internet made it easier for companies all over the world to make money and don't got to see each other's face. That's what the internet was. What do we do every day? We come together, we talk business, and we don't even see each other's face. That's what the internet is for. But when you don't use the internet for what it's for, the opposite of the internet productivity is cyber wars. So that's why you see what you're seeing. I told you, sit back, you're going to see everybody is beefing. Now, let's think for 1 second. What fucking sense does it make to get a whole lot of subscribers and all you do is sit on a stage and argue and beef? What sense does that make? No branding, no type of worldwide scale, no type of merch. What sense does that make? You tell me that. For my people that rock with me right now, what sense would it make if I went to 100,000 subs, y'all supported me all this time, and I pull up and all I do is start beefing with niggas? What the fuck do that make me? Y'all been holding me down since 100 subs, 203. I get 100,000, and I just switch up my whole swag. Y'all pull up, I just start beefing. Today's beef, I'm beefing with this nigga. Next week, I'm beefing with another dude. Next week, I'm beefing with the girl so-and-so. And I just get y'all beef when y'all pull up. And then I start telling y'all my stories about everything I did back in the day growing up and how I lived my life. But meanwhile, I ain't got no merch. I ain't never gave y'all nothing. How would y'all look at me? If you see me do something like that, you call me a fucking clown. When you see me do that, you call me a fraud. Because that's what's going on every day. That's just what it is. So that's why when I always tell you, I'm not here to play. I'm not here to play. I'm here to do what I do. And y'all know I slide off. That's it. I don't want nobody following me. But the fact of the matter is, if we relate, we relate. If we're going to build, we're going to network, we're going to make some things happen. Meaning, if you make yourself great in your own life and you never see me in person, and if I gave you something good, man, I'm good with that. This is what I do for my people. See, when I deal with my people, I break bread. I do what I do. I don't look for nothing in return. But that's just me. Everybody ain't like that. So I like to sit back and watch people jump for the bait. I like to see people sell their soul. I like to see people get on their knees. Because what I mean by that, that's what y'all be doing to other people, and I be watching. That's why I told you, some people know how to dangle the steak because they know that dog gonna jump. Some of y'all, you can dangle anything in front of you, gonna go for that shit. And that's called a distraction. That's what be going on. You get it? So that's why I'm trying to tell you the whole country is being distracted, and we do face cyber attacks, but the cyber attacks already been happening. Like I said earlier, I'm pretty sure everybody in here that has some type of charge in their account that they had know nothing about and had to dispute it with the bank, had to dispute it with your card some kind of way, you got caught up in a cyber attack. And my point is why I'm saying this, because this is the number one threat. This is also going to be the number one agenda from the ops. So far, remember I told you, we watched Moneybag Joe, but I told you one thing. Damn near everything Moneybag Joe said, that shit came to light, and this shit been a fact. That man been keeping his word on a lot of stuff. The only thing I told you, he have not been keeping his word with a certain people. But everything that nigga said, they told you about the infrastructure, how he was going to rebuild buildings and bridges. He dropped the bread on that. We heard about how he was going to be putting together a strike team for the people that scam. He did that. He said how he was going to be coming for the people with the ghost guns. They got that in the play right now. We also seen a lot of things go up too. But my point is, when that man say out his mouth, we got to watch for cyber attacks. I told you, sometime you might get the warning first. Because sometimes they got to put their people on point too. The people that they got people in the country they love too. So sometimes they'll put it out there to put their people on point so they'll catch it. I gave y'all the example before how I go. Like, all right, so I'm about to get out of here in a minute. Like, you know, we had the conversation when I told y'all about that Hurricane Katrina. Let's go back to Hurricane Katrina. I remember that like yesterday. They came on the news and said what was going to happen. First, they said a storm might come. Then they said it might not hit us. It might go past. But my point is, when they first say a storm might get low, what happens? Usually you'll see certain people start leaving the town and the city. They start leaving, getting hotel rooms and getting low. That's why I told you they always warn their people first. So when they say a hurricane is coming, that's the warning to the people. The people start leaving. When they say it might slow down, the people that's confused, they're going to sit and wait to see what happened. Those are the people that got drowned in the water because when they was warned, they didn't take it serious and they drowned. So I learned a long time ago, they always will give you a warning first. Some people ain't going to believe it. Some people going to question it, but you're always going to see after the first warning, people get to running. Every situation, y'all seen it. Traffic jams. When they say a catastrophe happening, you always see the traffic jam. Those are the people that know what time it is and they get up out of there. The rest of the people usually be financially messed up. They can't leave. Then you got some people, they don't believe it's going to happen. Some people believe they could beat anything, and they're the ones that got drowned in the flood. They're the ones whose house got blown off the map in the tornado. But the people who knew it was coming, they already had insurance on the crib. They already put up the insurance on the car, and they went out of town and booked the hotel. Then when it's all over with, they go to the bank, get the check, and start all over again. You back to square one, suffering, ain't got nothing. Man, this game has been going on a long time. That's why it's millions and billions of dollars being pumped into you being distracted. That is part of the cyber war. It's called misinformation, aka my man Trump told you about fake news. Who put out fake news? Big corporations that got millions of dollars. They got TV stations. They got internet sites. They got people that work on the internet. Millions of dollars get paid to keep you stupid, and this is part of cyber wars, aka dumbing you down. So that's why I said 85% of the people are stupid, and only a small portion, like 5% of us, are actually smart and know what's going on. The other 10%, those are the ones finessing you every day, trying to finesse you. For the people that know what I'm talking about, y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm going to go through the chat. I'm also going to drop the link to see you want to pull up. I'm going to drop the link. Anybody want to pull up, you can pull up. You got to stick to the topic. You got to stick to what's real. We not playing it. I ain't coming to play. Because these cyber situations, y'all got to be on point. Every time you log on, you got to be on point now. Ain't no more playing. But I told you, I'm not a hater. Don't get me wrong. I told you it's a time to play. Yeah, some of y'all wasn't here earlier. I told you it's a time. Like when it get dark, you can play a little bit. You can get, you know what I'm saying? You can loosen up. But when that sun up, man, you better be on point. That's time for business. That's all I'm trying to tell you. It's 24 hours in a day, and it's a certain time for business. It's a certain time where you can have a little fun, and it's a time to get rest. But anyway, that's what it is. $7 billion have been scammed all through the computer and through the cell phone. And they say it's other things that might take place. That's all I'm saying. So that's why I'm telling you, everybody got to be on point out here. Watch your money, watch your accounts. Don't be slipping with your passwords. None of that. And like I said, you also got to start preparing just in case you wake up one day and ain't nothing working. You better be on point for that. Because when I hear word like cyber attacks, that's what I think about. Because not only, see, my thing is this. They say that Joe spoke on that Monday, but I seen another report on it yesterday, and that's Tuesday. They still talking about this. But then when I look around, I see it's being downplayed. So I said, okay, it's something going on right now. It's something going on. And whatever's going on, it's some people that want you to be asleep. So that's why we just having a regular conversation. And I tie all this together. But like I said, this might be one of my strongest episodes because I went into some things this episode. And everything I said relates to now. Just like I'm going to say it again, when y'all saw that video of that gas station, see, that's what woke me up. My people sent me that video. It was as soon as I woke up, 6 o'clock in the morning. And y'all know I do my live in the morning, but I said, as soon as I finish this live, I'm dropping this video. Because when I seen that video, it tricked me out. You know why? Because everything I already been watching for, we also been watching for, it's actually starting to take place right now. So when I see that gas station, I already know soon it's going to be every store like that. Why? Because if you're a business owner, that's the best way to make your money. Never got to worry about getting robbed. Never got to worry about what else? Counterfeit money. Can't use no counterfeit money no more. You can't beg in front of the store. You don't got to worry about an employee stealing your money. What else you don't got to worry about? 9 times out of 10, you don't got to worry about being sued. So when you see that technology, understand, for a business owner, for a person that's rich, to run a business without no human beings is one of the most cleverest thing that can happen. But on the other hand, it's somebody's worst nightmare, because your whole life all you been was a person that worked the register. What the hell you gonna do now when no registered people are needed? That's what's going on. And like I said, I know about 2 Walmarts right now that run with no employees, no everything self-checkout, nobody in the front. So yeah, we heard about Walmart going up when they pay, but look at the finesse game. The pay going up, but we don't need that many workers anyway. Finesse. I also heard about how Walmart is using the digital cleaners to clean the floor. So they don't even need nobody to mop up nothing. Pulling up to the chat. What's up, my boy Alan? What's going on, my bro?
No, feel all right. The at the minute, another part of this like financial dire crisis, China's in negotiations with Saudi Arabia, but
Okay.
most of the American economy is built on the petrodollar. I want to buy 40 million barrels of oil. I'd have to get my currency converted all into dollars to buy it. But at the minute, China's in negotiations with Saudi Arabia for Saudi to sell 40% of their oil in the Chinese yuan. And if that happens, like it'll be like the Great Depression all over again, if not worse.
That's what we're facing right now, Alan. We facing it's all about business right now. That's what it's world business. That's what's going on. Like what you just said and what we're talking about, everything now could be ran through a computer. And these countries do not even have to come face to face no more. What you think Skype and all this is about? Skype, StreamYard. You get it? All of these virtual programs are so people can do business, but our people use it for beefing. But these companies are using it for prosperity, getting rich, controlling things, and they're not playing. Continue on, Alan.
And the other angle there was like America's got the Swift payment system where like if I want to like yet again buy 40 million barrels of oil, I've got to go through the American Swift payment system to get those dollars. And however America says, right, we're putting sanctions on you if you don't do this or that, like we'll kick you out of Swift. And there's another system that's been brought in called BRICS. It's Brazil, Russia, India, China, and Singapore. And them have all made an agreement that no one can be excluded. And there's some big players, China, Russia, and India alone. Never mind like Brazil and Singapore, and they're already teamed up. So that's going to be like another level to this like economic warfare.
That's right. That's right. Key word you just said was economic warfare. So let's look at that. That's why I'm trying to tell people this is not a time to be scared. Everything is not a conspiracy. Some things are in your face. A conspiracy is only for a person that's sleeping. Like when you're a parent and you in your crib sleeping and the child can conspire to go into the refrigerator and eat stuff they ain't supposed to eat, or they can conspire to do things they ain't supposed to be doing. A conspiracy only applies to a person that's asleep. When you are awoke and you are in tune with business and how things work, it ain't no conspiracy. A conspiracy is for a dumb person that don't know what's going on. So that's why I'm here to clarify some of this stuff, to let you understand that you have more control over your life than you already know. It's just that if you want to live on a low level, you will be treated as such. And if you want to elevate yourself, you can do that too. Why? Because nobody has handcuffs on you. You only put them on yourself. So what you said, this whole thing called economic, remember in school we was taught economics, but we ain't want to learn it because it wasn't cool. It ain't sound right. So my point is, when you grown, it's your duty to study economics, understand how things work. The world is controlled on economics, and you got to get in where you fit in. That's it. Ain't nobody making you do nothing. Can't nobody stop you from doing nothing. Only thing can stop you is if you got a stupid way of thinking and you can't grow. That's why the purpose of those who don't change, they will not make it. They're going to perish. What you're going to perish from? You're going to perish from your own ignorance. That's how it works. Why? Because we are on the computer, which is the internet, the home of information. So if you ain't looking up information because you being distracted by an internet beef or some stupidity, that's on you. So you can't turn around and be watching internet beef for 24 hours. Then tomorrow you mad and try to say, hey, they did this, they doing that, but you ain't pay attention when they was doing it. Thank you, my brother Alan. Economics.
Right, I'll jump back down into chat. Chase for having us up for you.
I appreciate you, my brother, to give us insight from around the world perspective. That's what this is about. So anybody else want to hit the link, you can pull up. And something you said too, D, I didn't want to miss that point. That's something we all know about, and everybody can agree with this part right here. When the bro said that the laundromats, where's that? Did we not see the laundromats been functioning where they don't got to have nobody in there? We might could say the laundromat might have been the first to use that technology, and that's been going on a long time. How the business owners been owning chains of laundromats, and they don't have to come into the store. They got the vendors to switch out what they need to switch out, and all that digital currency, it goes to a card. How many of y'all now, when you pay your rent through digital, online? The person that owns your building, the person that owns your complex, they don't have to pull up. A lot of these people are overseas chilling. They just watch their money grow. They don't got to do nothing. They just put a little manager there to watch the property, pay them a couple dollars. But for the most part, they ain't got to do nothing. So that was a good point you said, D, with the laundromats. That's proof that you can run an operation, a business, and you don't need no people. Because what they say, if you build it, they will come. You build a laundromat, people are going to come and wash clothes. You put a gas station, you don't got to have nobody running it. People are going to come and get gas anyway. So all we got to do is put the sodas in there, put the chips in there. They're going to come and buy it anyway. I can sit in the crib, and I ain't got to pay nobody nothing. That's all my money, no more salaries. You see how this how it works. So that's why you got to get in where you fit in. You got to pick up a trade, or you got to get into something that's going to be needed for the future, so you won't be disposable. That's what it's all about. Who else is here? Yep, exactly. Another good point, Cozy. Car washes. Majority of the car washes, they don't need people. Let's go to back in the days. Car washes were the number one hustle. If you ain't had nothing going on in your life, you can work at a car wash and make some bread. Who else was the masters of the car wash? Crackheads. You know how much money crackheads made just to washing cars for people? Well, now they got places that'll wash your car for $5, $10 and have it sparkling clean, all run off digital. They don't need nobody. That's all over America as well, too. That's another good point. Car washes. So we getting bits and pieces of things that are going to run without humans. That they don't need humans. Because, people love to say, oh, man, they can't do that. They ain't going to do that. All right, you keep saying that. You're going to see what's going to happen. This ain't back in the days no more. I told you. Back in the days now is 2 years ago. Before the pandemic, that was back in the day. What's back in the day? 2019. That's back in the days. We in a whole new world now. That's my point. See, you was working at Amazon. I don't know if you was here earlier, Alpha Me. I was talking about that earlier. And when the pandemic first hit, Amazon was booming through the roof. They was hiring everybody. Because we know everybody was spending that stimulus. When they dropped that stimulus money, they knew we was going to run to Amazon to spend that bread. And we was ordering out our mind, right? They hired a lot of people to do the deliveries, working them like dogs. And then when they used everybody up and the money slowed up, they started laying people off, cutting their hours. When they cut your hours, that's how they try to make you quit. Because they know damn well you ain't going to be able to sustain your household and your lifestyle off a little bit of check. But that's another game they playing too. You hear about minimum wage going up, money going up, but what are they cutting? They cutting the damn hours. They ain't going to let you cake up. You get 18, 15, but they only going to let you get 3-4 hours a day, and maybe you only going to get 20, 30 a week now. That's the new game. They're learning how to run all these companies from the crib. Let's look at insurance companies. Have you not been seeing a whole lot of Geico commercials, Allstate commercials? Well, now they're running all those companies. They used to be in call centers. Now they're running all those companies from home. Also, since the pandemic, what's been happening? More car accidents been happening. So therefore, people have been getting more insurance. Insurance companies been eating. One hand wash the other. That's how it's going down in America. But what you said about Amazon been with it because they was the number one money maker during the pandemic. It was Amazon and TikTok. They made the most bread. Who else popped out in the pandemic? TikTok. They was number 3 on the stock market. Who made TikTok rich? You figure that out. And I bet you none of us got no money invested in either one of them companies. We could have, but we was distracted and doing everything else. So when we see a company, we don't put no money into it. But everybody that put their money into it in the beginning, they be rich, and we be the spenders. But don't none of us got no money invested in Amazon or TikTok. No, it ain't cool. It ain't a money phone. But the people that invested on the TikTok, they got a whole bunch of money phones. That's the difference. Another company, thank you, DoorDash. DoorDash been out before the pandemic, but we know for a fact they blew up in the pandemic. Because when you was on lockdown, I'm pretty sure everybody used that card and swiped them some DoorDash, Uber Eats, or Grubhub. We all did it. And to this day, we don't know who owns DoorDash. I don't know who owns DoorDash. I don't know who owns none of them companies. Because that's how the world is going to be run now. They don't need a CEO to run nothing. And guess what? When you try to holler at somebody, you're going to have to send a text message. You ain't even going to get a person. You two work the same way. You ain't going to get a person. You're going to get some messages. That's what I'm trying to tell people, man. It's different now. But something new that they do got, I do like. Like when you get mail now, y'all know my people that know you can go online and see the mail that you was sent. So if you got something coming, like a letter, they scan it at the post office, and you can say, okay, my mail will be here in a couple more days. They already scanned it. But another reason why they implemented that is for people that like to send drugs through the mail. That was the whole purpose. Like I said, one of the last things of that stimulus check was to get people addresses, because they knew no matter who you was gonna have to use an address to get verified to get that check. And that was what they used for the census count. Once they had a census count, that's when you're dealing with the Georgia Guidestones. They knew the numbers of the population. That's right. That's right. They see that email. Hold up. Wow, bro said he found 12 pounds at work. He found 12 pounds at work one time. I think you work for what you said, FedEx, bro, UPS. I'm telling you, man, that's what's going on right now. Ain't no more drugs coming in the country like that. If it is, it's going to be from certain people. That's right. Through your phone, you get life insurance. You ain't got to see nobody ain't selling you insurance no more. That job is out of here. That's right. Bro say he work at UPS. That's right. People think it's back in the days, bro. They think they can still send stuff through the mail. They ain't working no more. And for those that pulled up, I spoke about that earlier, how a percentage of the country was built off of drugs and crime. And this is how a lot of corporations started. And I told y'all earlier how people like Rick Ross, the real Rick Ross, was sanctioned to sell drugs because he helped a lot of people get rich. And I also explained how the country is in a different position now where they don't need dirty money no more. When you can open up a gas station with no employees, we don't need crime no more. All I need is a little money to invest into something that I don't have to pay nobody, just buy the machinery and I can get paid. We also see the past couple of years, a lot of people got tricked into trying to start up small businesses. But they knew a lot of these small businesses were going to be obsolete anyway. They just wanted you to get that loan. And they also knew that once you started scrambling, you was going to get a PPP loan to make you owe more money. And that's how even some legitimate businesses got tricked to get the PPP loan. And some of the legitimate businesses also scammed and ruined their credentials. Meanwhile, it's people sitting back that are starting businesses up that don't need no employees. Who else in the building? You see what y'all saying. Y'all in here dropping jewels in here. You see what else going on. Hold up. For no fan chop up, man. We here. We chopped it up. We broke it down. A lot of information. Hold up. Still King T, what up? Yup. She said her dad is always talking about vending machines. Guess what? Vending machines is booming right now. I don't know if y'all, I saw this online on Facebook about a month ago. My people showed it to me, right? This woman, she bought her kids a vending machine for Christmas. Now you talk about an investment. That was an investment in your children's future. She bought them their own vending machine. They was little kids. They're like 8 years old. She bought them a vending machine, and all the money that goes from that vending machine is going to her children. And you got to understand, a vending machine now is used with a credit card. All of the new vending machines used with a card, which made it foolproof to be robbed. So if you got a vending machine, you can put anything in it you want. You buy your own supplies, your own stuff, keep it loaded. You start with one, you get multiple, you're paid. There was a time when a vending machine might have cost you about $2,500, $3,000. The same price it cost you to go buy a bullshit ass car. You could take that same money and buy you a vending machine and still buy you a car. It's called hustling. But yeah, good point, Shay. And your dad is right. Vending machines is a good way to keep money generating in your pocket. That's one of the new ways. Because now in a vending machine, the minimum you're going to have in there is $1.50, $2. Every time your vending machine cash out, a couple hundred. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? You got a vending machine, you in the crib chilling, wherever you at, you chilling at your job, no matter what you got going on, that car hitting. Transaction, vending machine, jugging. Start with one, you got more, then you get another one, get another. Next thing you know, you got like 5 vending machines. Boom, the vending machines paying your bills. Told you got to have more than one lane now. Nothing is stopping nobody from making it no more. Only yourself. What up, Royce? I was looking for you earlier. I know you down there in Louisiana. What's up with that tornado, bro? You all right? You good? What is looking like down there? Because I damn sure was looking for you earlier when I reported on that tornado on a live episode earlier. Good to see you, bro. What's going on down there? Shout out to all my people in the building. We got people from all across the 50 states and overseas. We got Louisiana. We got Florida up in here. We got New York. We got the Carolinas up in here. We got Georgia, ATL. We got all that up in here. This is our news. This is the news right here for me. Oh, just win right now. Okay, bro said it's just win down there. Good, you ain't get your house blown off the map. That's what it is. We got Missouri in the building. What's up? The Midwest be strong in here. You know, we got Ohio in here too. Missouri, we got Ohio. We got my man Net Stars. He be here from Seattle. That's the purpose of the internet. That's what I be trying to tell y'all, man. It's about networking with everybody from all over. Because you never know when you got to go somewhere. You never know when you got to bust a move. You never know where it might be greener on the other side. You get your money right. You might got to make a transition. Who else up in here? That's right. They taking jobs. Next, you and your family. That's right. That is right. Good point right there. Good jewel. Said the Kennedys made their money off liquor before it was legal. Bang, there you go. That's right. Prohibition, alcohol, that was the number one hustle in America at one time. You got to remember around the time of what? The Great Depression, a lot of people made money off of liquor. Guess who else made money off a lot of liquor? A lot of so-called black people. It was getting that money, keeping that liquor in the basement, keeping that liquor under the ground, making a lot of money off of liquor and gambling. Where you think pick 3 come from? A lot of people don't know where pick 3 come from. A lot of people don't know where the numbers come from. Now you see it, all your states got lotto, but a lot of y'all don't even know where that come from. All that goes back to the Great Depression and around that time when we had to learn how to make money other ways. That's why I told you why you think right now you got all this sports betting, all this gambling is legal now. I told you I deal with sports bet. That's just another lane I got to make me some extra money. Get it? That's how it works. Because guess what? Life is already a gamble. Every day you wake up, it's a gamble. I've been gambling with my life my whole time. Some of y'all still gambling. Every time you have sex without a condom, you're gambling with your life. Every time you go to a party, you're gambling with your life. Every time you get high, dealing with a high-powered drug, you're gambling with your life. So why not gamble and put a little money on something? You might win something. Get it? That's how it goes down. Stop being scared. Gamble on something that might put you in position. It's called a stock. It's called a coin. It's called something that might change your whole day. Hey, sometimes you might got to go put it on a pick 4, a cash 5. It's okay to gamble. It's legal. Because most of us, we've been gambling with our life. When you ride without a seatbelt, you're gambling with your life. Period. Net stars. Said, thanks to everyone who subscribed to my channel. Much appreciated. Thanks, fam, for your support. Salute Net Stars, man. When you going to pull up, man? I'll drop the link, man. You need to pull up and say something, man. You've been supporting me for a while, too, bro. What's good? That's right, Alpha Miller. That's a gamble, too, man. That's right. Open up a lot of lanes, man. Guess what, man? Nobody could put a cap on your salary. Nobody can stop what you got going on. There's so many ways to make money now. That's my whole point. But my point is, money ain't just coming one way. 1090 boy, where you been at, bro? You been MIA. What up, bro? What's good? I know you been shaking and moving. I ain't see the bro in a minute. But with 1090 boy, pull up, I know everything running smooth. That's a smooth dude. That's the homie. Who else up in here? Let me see whatever jewels, because while I was cooking, y'all was in here dropping some jewels. Hold up. Yeah, basically, I caught all of this. Yeah, though, but everything is changing. And being that, you got to remember, this is the main thing, right? Being that everything now is done online financially, that's why the country is on pins and needles prepared for cyber attacks, because the new wave is cyber wars. And cyber wars might be considered part of World War III. And you got to remember, the cyber wars or the financial wars is what's going to actually bring on the violence, because the people that don't have no money, they're going to be the ones picking up the gun. They're going to be the ones getting shot down on the street, and that's going to be the war. Right here. That's the point. So if you got something and you get into it, you better be able to protect it, because you might have to fight off your own people, or you're going to have to fight somebody that's trying to take what you got. Okay, you're talking about the storm. At the same time, it hit 2 streets over all around us, but we were blessed. Destroy other places and property, we were spared. Others have in the valley, killed and destroyed. See, that's how it worked. That's a good point. You said that. The reason why I say that, it's a key thing what you said. When you are spiritually inclined, when you are blessed, it don't matter what go on. Buildings can start falling around you and won't one stone hit you. You could be in the middle of a shootout. Everybody could be shooting and you won't get hit. Certain people got a certain energy with them. And this energy is called your protection. This protection only comes to people who are spiritually inclined, aka those who have good hearts and have pure souls. Those are the people that don't have nothing to worry about. When you also tuned in and you know for a fact you tuned in with something higher, you don't have to worry about nothing because you already know everybody taken care of. Like I said, a lot of our books are already being written. We just playing out the parts of the book because nobody knows their death date. Same way you didn't know your birth date. You ain't know when you was going to be born, but you got a birth date. Same way you don't know when your death date is coming. So why you worried about death? You're supposed to just live your life. That's why I told you, I don't come here to just scare you, make you think one day you're going to die. No, I'm telling you, you always got the opportunity to live. But if you don't know how to live, it is a place waiting for you. That's my message. Who else in here? So I'm about to get out of here in a few. But this sometime I don't want to leave. You know what I'm saying? I want to see what y'all be talking about. I got energy. I was capping early. I wound up taking me a nap. Got 3 hours of rest last night. Got me a little nap. I'm back at it because I got time to do it. As long as I got time, I'm gonna keep pulling up. But it has been a lot of things dropping. That's why I wanted to put all this stuff together. Because I told you when I seen that gas station earlier, that was a slap in the face. That also was a sign letting me know what is going on and what is taking place. That is what's trending. That is what is viral. For those that didn't see the video's on my page of the gas station being ran without no employees, and they don't accept no cash. That's why I had to do this episode right here. Between that and the constant talk about cyber threats, I had to put it all together, and then I see what this cyber war is all about. People beefing with each other that they never got to come face to face. They just get hit buttons and make a whole lot of chaos happen. The same way niggas get online and they beef and cause a whole lot of chaos. Because that is a cyber war. A distraction online is part of the cyber war. These are the people getting paid to keep you confused and keep you led astray while your whole community is crumbling. That's what's going on. So I'm gonna say it. I said it earlier. I'm gonna say it again. Millions of dollars are being funneled into certain people, influencers. Because remember, I told you these people are called influencers. These influencers are paid to keep you stupid. They on TikTok, they on YouTube, they on all social media platforms. You even get paid on Instagram now. These influencers are paid to keep you stupid. That's why you're going to see these influencers never going to influence you with nothing that's real. And they're just going to keep telling you the same thing over and over, the same shit you already know. But they ain't going to talk about what's really going on because they being paid to shut up. That's part of the cyber war. That's right. That's right. These are the propagandas of war, cyber war. That's a fact. What it say? It will be a time when you won't know up from down, you won't know dark from lightness. We're in that time right now as we speak. For those who know what I'm talking about, you know where that come from. They say when you see all that happening, that's when you're in the last days. What's the last days? The last days is the days where everything you was used to is no longer existing no more. But you was just taught certain fashion plays out, certain music gets old. No, certain things in life as a whole gets old. It's called the last days. That's what we in right now, the last days. That's why when a lot of these platforms shut down, there will be no more. We had this technology for a long time and we didn't know what to do with it. So when it get taken, don't start crying. Because once it get taken and it gets shut down, man, that's on us. That's on you, nigga. You know why? Because you had it, you ain't know what to do with it. Why you think now they paying less money than they used to pay? See, when these platforms first came out and they first was able to get monetized, everybody and their mother cashed out off it already. Then when you start trying to play with it, they ain't paying nothing no more. Because they already done finessed this game. You getting a chump change now. Every job, every form of cash, they take all the bread, they profit off it, capitalize. And by the time you get it, it's already ran through like an old whore. That's why everything that's being done has already been done already. That's part of being in the last days. That's why I said certain stuff is old now. They done did the studies. The whole purpose of social media was to study the behavior of human beings. Once we figure out how human beings tick, we can replace all them dummies with technology. Drop the mic. Yeah, I'm back. I had to close the window real quick. I'm about to get out of here in a minute. So that's my point. Once they study how human beings are really stupid, in particular, it's being said that, I'm going to tell you like this. According to the world scale, we was always taught that America was the smartest. Basically, I'm going to tell you, America has breeded a culture of arrogance. We are known or said to be the most arrogantest people in the world. We are said to be the most egotistical people in the world. And now the rest of the world is looking at us like we are actually the dumbest people in the world. Like a lot of people thought a lot of countries was poor. They didn't understand that some countries actually got more money than us. For my people that know about world currency and been knowing about the world, you already knew about the euro. You already knew that the euro was worth more than the American dollar. But some people actually thought the American dollar was worth more than the euro. That's my point. Part of what I'm trying to tell people. A lot of people don't know overseas, they sit on a lot of gold. They got a lot of gold, a lot of oil. Had these conversations with about the oil. It's a lot of oil in the world. But a lot of people don't know it's a lot of oil right here. It's a lot of different things going on. But we are said to be some of the most arrogantest people. The most arrogant, therefore they say we're the most stupid and dumbest. Why they say we dumb? Because they use certain platforms as proof. Like earlier, we was talking about the Popeye fights. Remember when the chicken sandwich, everybody was fighting? Well, around the world, that said them niggas are stupid. Not just us. When they go to TikTok and they see the white families dancing and they all shaking their ass, they say Americans are stupid. That's how it looks overseas. That was part of the propaganda war. That's what people don't understand. That was part of the propaganda war played out in the name of cyber wars. So in cyber wars, you got slander, you got false images, but then you also got actual cyber crimes called finessing your money, scamming your bank account. And then you got something called the black web, where a lot of criminal activity go on. And 9 times out of 10, the activity on the black web is being controlled by overseas, and that's part of the cyber wars. So my point, everybody has been attacked. What up, grown man? Peace. Salute to the, you know what I'm saying? Salute to the chat, but salute the grown man people pulling up. Pardon me, bro. I've been on a mission right now. But the dark, that's a question I'm gonna ask. And I always want to ask somebody that. Who controls the dark web? Somebody please tell me that. Who controls the dark web? We know it exists. Some people know how to tap into it. Now I'm gonna be real. I never been on it. I've seen people on it. I stood in the background and watched it, but I never been on it. I don't even know how to. My point is, who controls the dark web? And how the hell can you use a dark web when you got the same IP address? Who controls the dark web? Somebody let me know. I'm going to wait for a little second. That's the real question. Who controls the dark web? I see you, boy. That's right, bro. 12. That's how I look at it. They are the dark web. That's a fact. So I'm going to prove something right here. I'm going to give my opinion. Boom. They said you could buy that Fetty on the dark web. They say the Fetty comes from China. How we know that? We got proof. What's the proof? They say CEO Chris that was down with Tekashi 6ix9ine was selling bricks of Fetty all up and down the East Coast, selling them bricks. Salute the Mel Matrix. He locked up right now because CEO Chris set him up for selling the brick in Baltimore. But CEO Chris got in the federal courtroom and told the world that he was getting all his work from off a line, off the dark web. And we all know, which I said in this episode, which I already know, it's not a hidden secret. Everybody knows the Fetty comes from China. So therefore, that is part of the cyber war. That is also part of the war. We're going to smoke them with the Fetty, and then Russia going to smoke you financially. And just so happened, Russia and China, they both cool with each other. Let's also look at something. China makes a lot of technology. Russia learns how to finesse the technology. I told y'all earlier, hip-hop, rap music, make all their money through what? Streaming. Streaming is finessed on what? The computer. Who own these companies? We've seen Empire Records. Nigga, who own Empire Records? And why all these people dead? And who got paid off all the streaming? Cyber wars. All this stuff relate with each other. They all go together. A group of people could sit back, don't have to show their face, pull strings, push buttons, cash out bank accounts, and everybody else is in chaos. That is a cyber war. And they say wherever it's a war, it's somebody making some money. But my point is, it's a certain amount of people profiting and a certain amount of people that is losing. For those that just pulled up, I told y'all earlier how music in general is used as a weapon. Now we know social media is used as a weapon. How we know it's used as a weapon? Did social media not break up plenty of homes? Did it not break up plenty of marriages? Well, they always said a long time ago that one of the main factors is to destroy the family. Because they said once you destroy the family, you can finesse the kids. You can control their brain. Well, did social media not destroy a lot of households? Will a lot of people still being married if they didn't get caught cheating on Facebook? Will a lot of people still be together if they didn't get caught with them DMs on the ground? Well, we could say that some of these social media platforms was used for cyber attacks and cyber wars. Because the people that own these companies are getting paid and they letting it keep going on. And somebody else tell me this. How come on Twitter, you can see anything and everything on Twitter, any and everything on Facebook, but you can't do any and everything on YouTube? I done seen some of the most wickedest, nastiest stuff on Twitter and Facebook. But you can't hardly do nothing on YouTube. You can't even say the wrong thing. So somebody tell me what's going on. Salute to the chat. I understand how the world works. So my point is this. I don't got time to really hate on no country. I ain't got really time to hate on nobody. I'm just worried about me. Because I know the game is going to be played. Whether you in the game or not, it's going to be played. You might not watch basketball, but you better understand every night a game is being played. You better know that. You might not play lotto, but every week, every day, a number is being drawn out the pot. The game always going to go on. So that's why I don't waste time hating on nobody. I just understand how the game works. Either I'm gonna be in the game or I'm out the game. That's how all this shit works. That's how I look at it. I got you, bro. So he could explain it, but not publicly. Got you on that. That's a fact. Who else in here talking? See my man Lampsky talk about. What up, Lampsky? What up, bro? China's too hot. So now they're bypassing it. Facts, bro. Damn, that's a fact. Now they bypassing it through Mexico, and now Mexico is being accused of selling the fentanyl. That's a fact. Because I went to talk on that. I saw the story today where it broke down how it's certain stipulations in China where they were supposed to be cutting back on the use of fentanyl. And my point is this: the article was talking about how America knows it's coming from China, but they can't really, you know what I'm saying? They can't really stop it like that. And they said that China was being slick, promoting it through Mexico, doing business with Mexico. And Mexico is they say is get to Mexico, and then the Mexican cartels, the Mexican gangs are the ones distributing it through America. So I told y'all once again, rewind, not to sound repetitive. When the nigga said that, that's why we gonna sell y'all people fetty, nigga, we got the proof. And this nigga said this shit over a month ago, and he was not lying. And he said China love us. And he was a Mexican. And it was in the news today that they said it. They on China heels from this fetty, but they also said that China is doing big business with Mexico, and Mexico is giving it to the cartels and the gangs, and that's how it's getting over here, which relates to the story I dropped earlier with the chick that was caught with $3 million worth of fentanyl, and she got snatched up by home security because they want to know who is she working for, who she get it from. They want to follow the money. This is real. This is a warfare. This is the new pandemic. It's called the Fetty Wap Wars. And it ties in with the cyber wars because they also said how in Mexico they ordering it online. Damn. So everything you think you ducking and dodging, it's already happening already. That's where we at with it. That's right. It's very cheap and very potent. That's why people getting rich off it. But you got to understand why people are getting rich is people dropping. They dropping like flies. Basically, you might as well say to a human being that's rat poison, that's raid. That's what Fetty really is. It's raid. It's raid to the community. It's rat poison. So you know what that means. And now they got everybody hooked on drugs, and half the drugs they hooked on is laced with that. So that's why the pressure and the stress of the pandemic had everybody wanting to get high. Some people got high for the first time, just tried it out, and when they tried it out, they passed out. There's also been reports that it's in some edibles. Edibles bought through the dark web, aka fake drugs. Fetty is a fake drug. It's a synthetic drug on top of that. And they say they also are pushing that methamphetamines very hard. They say, that's coming from China too. They say that Mexico is in bed with China. They getting the Fetty and they getting the methamphetamine. What that girl got caught with on the interstate yesterday? $3 million worth of what? Meth, Fetty, and cocaine that was already cut with Fetty. Now you see what's going on. So part of while we all looking at Ukraine, it's something going on right here. I told you, you get hit with the jab, and then you get hit with the knockout blow, which is the right hook or the left uppercut. Boom. So the jab is the distraction. That what's actually going on is what knocks your ass out. It's called Fetty Wap. But you was watching a beef. And while you was watching all the internet beef, was nobody really telling you what was going on in your neighborhood, and somebody in your household, your family passed out off some Fetty. And these are all part of the cyber wars because the same people that's endorsing online activity is the same one backdooring you with the black web. And they all doing it sitting back wherever they at, and they working all of this online. Now you see how everything is now cyber. So the cyber war is much bigger than what we all think, what we all know. And my point is this: the president just made the announcement of what is actually going on and what might be to come even more. So now you see why what else? The past years, those couponing has been being promoted. Stockpiling has been promoted. Just like Miss Deja said earlier in the episode when she dropped it in the chat that Amazon has been promoting survival gear 40% off to 50% off. Why are they promoting survival gear? Why is it on sale? And who is buying it? In the same way me and the bro was talking about fishing earlier. That all goes with everything. Because you need the survival gear and you have to know how to fish. You also have to know how to hunt. But I know we live in a world where that's never going to happen in America. I know. That's a fact. Bro say here in San Diego, they pumping out meth crazy. Most of the people that's been caught, they've been coming from California. California and Arizona. What are some of the biggest gangs in San Diego, or should I say California, Arizona? The Mexican gangs. But everything gets blamed on the black gangs in the hood. All the killings and murders come from the shootings in the hood. It comes from the young boys. The young boys, the youth, they doing all the killing. But I ain't never seen no young boy transporting no truck full of meth. I ain't never seen no young boy with a truck full of Fetty. But the young boys in the hood, they get the blame for everything. Things is deeper than what people know, or maybe they know what's going on, but their job is to make it seem very small. But it is what it is. Right now, I'm just running through the chat, making sure everybody got their word out there, making sure I ain't missing no, you know what I'm saying? Oh, that's another thing. Good point, King T. Still King T, good point. The past couple years, we see a lot of people investing in the dispensaries. We know the dispensaries make a lot of money without no human beings being there. We also know almost every state is soon to have dispensaries. My point is, the elite and the smart business people already have made their investments, or their investments are already in the making. The dispensary ties in with the gas station without workers. It's all the same unit. It's all part of the same game. Which brings me to what I already been telling y'all. I told you, if you are legit, if you are verified, you have nothing to worry about. If you are clean with a clean background, man, America might be like heaven to you. You know why? Because you can take your card and you can take your bank and you can take your funds and go wherever you want. You go over there, hit the dispensary, get the good smoke. You dig? You can travel throughout America, have a good time. It's casinos being built everywhere. America's going to be a big playground. A playground for who? A playground for the whole country. Everybody that's making money all over the world, they're going to be coming here chilling. That's part of why Miami Beach is going to get shut down. That's part of why all tourist places have to get cleaned up, because America is going to be a big playground. Everybody that's making money are going to be here chilling. Everybody that's legit and clean going to be chilling. The same way you seen a bro hopping on planes, man, that's how the American way. Everybody's going to be chilling, except for who? The ones with the shady background, the one that got the criminal records, the one that got a bad credit score, the one that ain't got no bank account. They're going to be stuck. And they're going to be a target. And some of them are going to be labeled as terrorists. And some of them are going to get snatched up by Homeland Security. And some of them will be in FEMA camps. Why? Because they didn't want to comply. That's where all this headed to. So that's a good point about the dispensaries. Did we not see how when Method Man was trapping out the college, it was like he had a dispensary? Did we not see the Matrix when Neo was trapping and it's like he had a dispensary? What was Neo selling? He was selling technology. He was selling some things. My point is, it was set up like a dispensary. Everything is going to be like a dispensary. Well, your credentials is going to be your G pass. That's why I keep telling you, this don't apply to everybody. As long as you legit, you spiritually inclined, you got your things in order, you an upright citizen, you play by the rules, you ain't got nothing to worry about. But for those that's scrambling, you still don't believe in this and that, you still think you got the answer to finesse everything. Man, some of us were the kings of finesse. And I'm telling you, you ain't going to be able to finesse your way out of this one. You're not. You know why? Because the kings of the finesse, they're the ones who got all this shit going. They're the ones who cornered all the markets. The kings of finesse, the corporations, the rich. They're the biggest thieves. You ain't out thieving them. Do you understand what I'm telling you? The ones that's bringing it in, if they shut it down, what make you think because you got a little pack on the corner, you going to make it? Nigga, the ones who bringing it in, they're the ones who say game over. That's why I'm trying to tell you, certain things ain't going to work no more. And you know, like I say, take it or leave it. I'm just telling you what time it is. I realized this. I peeped this a minute ago, and I had to move accordingly. Because I'm not going to be no stat. I'm not going to be a statistic out here. We already did that. I come from the era where they said, when you're 21, you ain't going to make it to see 18. You ain't going to make it to see 21. I escaped them statistics. I ain't about to be no statistic now. So that's why I'm telling y'all this, because some of y'all are going to be statistics. And don't say nobody made you a statistic. You did it to yourself. Because that's how the world is moving. And that's what all of this cyber stuff is basically about. When you see a dispensary, whoever owns that dispensary, they're going to make money. Did we not hear about the story? I gave a report what they say. Now you can order from the dispensaries from your crib and it get there the next day. That's technology. That's called, nigga, you can't hustle on the block no more. Why? Because now I can sit in the crib and order the finest bud in the world. And I don't even need your pack, nigga. I don't need to buy nothing. I don't even got to see your face. Sit in my crib, order the finest bud, and it's legal. That's the new world. So for people that smoke bud, they're going to be in heaven. If they legit, they straight. That's my point of what I'm trying to tell you. America is going to be, it's going to be a big playground. And guess what? A lot of people don't like the saying, they don't want to hear it, but America is going to be great again. Meaning, it's going to be a lot of things going on in America. The only difference is a lot of people are not going to be here to enjoy it. That's the catch-22. Man, I'm tired of repeating myself, but I got new people that pull up. I gotta let it be known. But that's what's going on. I can't make it no clear. This might be the episode where I made everything as clear as possible. Because guess what? The information is constantly coming out. So therefore, I got to keep updating the catalog. It's constantly coming out. And like I told you, I'm seeing it's constantly coming out, but I'm also seeing the most fucking distractions. So as the information come out, I got to put it out. You might as well call me the nigga news. That's what I do. All right? I ain't no different from CNN and the rest of them. I'm just bringing it to the lowest form. That's it. That's right. Jacksonville is trying to rebuild heavy. Exactly. Every beautiful place in America is dealing with rebuilding. They're dealing with, that's what the infrastructure was all about. You see in your neighborhood basically your neighborhood got teared down to the ground from crime, violence, poverty. But now you see them same communities being rebuilt. And while they're being rebuilt, certain people are going to be replaced. Keep telling you the same thing, but everywhere soon, if you legit, you're going to be able to travel all the parts of America you wanted to travel to. I can't really speak overseas right now, but I do know in America it's going to be a different place. Why you think they got the electric cars going right now as we speak? They know people going to be getting on the road traveling. So while everybody's traveling, everybody's going to be in an electrical car, which is going to be under 5G technology. So now we can trace everybody. We don't have to worry about nobody traveling, transporting no drugs, transporting no guns. We don't got to worry about no criminals on the road trying to do foul stuff and hurt people. We got all that mapped out. So that's why we're going to have everything connected to each other, and we're going to watch everything through one system, one database. We're going to watch the roads. We're going to watch all the tourist spots. We're going to know everybody how much they got in their accounts. We're going to know everybody's social credit score, and we're going to separate the good individuals from the foul individuals. That's what's going on right now. So I'm going to say it for the last time. If you got that check by your name, if you verified and you straight, you're going to be all right. You got nothing to worry about. But for the rest of y'all, all I can tell you is get your stuff in order. That's all I'm saying. L Blizz, what's up? Who else in here? Like, I'm gonna be real. There's certain places I always wanted to go to, but due to a lot of this chaos and how a lot of places have actually been ran down, I ain't want to go. But when things get back right, I'm gonna be going some places. I'm gonna go some places I always wanted to go to, and I will disclose those places at a later date. But I always been into traveling and seeing other places and seeing new things. I get bored easy. I get bored being in one place too long. That's me. That's been like part of my life story. If I be in one spot too long, it get boring to me. I don't like doing the same thing. I like to see new things and do new things. That's why I know a lot of places like the back of my hand. I know I got cities, places I can go, and I can function like I've been there my whole life because I've been going places. It's called expansion. Nobody wants to live and die in the hood. Nobody want to live and die in one spot. Some people do. That's cool. That's that you do that. But I ain't one of them people. I don't want to live and die in the same place. Now I want to be buried where I'm from, but I don't want to live my whole life in one spot when the earth is real big. And opportunities are everywhere you go. It ain't just in one place. Who else in here before I get out? Every time I say I'm gonna get out, y'all keep pulling up. What else up in here? Bro said he has a house and a mobile home. That's good, bro. That's good. A lot of people are invested in mobile homes. They got a lot of mobile homes that are for the low, and they're going to be worth a lot of money. And for people that know about mobile homes, wherever you decide to move in the States, you can actually put your mobile home right there. And now I've seen mobile homes that look super fly on the inside. Everything newly, I'm talking about shiny wood floors, the marble counters, all the mobile homes. And it's people in America that has been investing in a lot of these mobile homes, getting them for the low. So when the bro said he got a house in the mobile homes, you on the right path, bro. That's like, say if you live in New York, but your money right, you buy your mobile home, you got a mobile home drop somewhere in another state. So if things get hectic, you can go to that mobile home. Or if God forbid you want to sell that mobile home, you can sell that mobile home. But my point is, once you own a mobile home, you own a mobile home for life. And if you take care of it, it's always going to expand the value. We like to buy cars, but we already know once you drive off the lot with that car, it ain't worth nothing. The more miles go on it, it goes down. And a lot of us been putting money in the cars our whole life. So all I'm trying to tell you now, it's the time when that game is over. It's not about what car you got no more. It ain't about what you driving. It's really not. Now, we like to drive certain cars because it make us feel good, and we look good in certain type of cars. But the reality is that ain't what it's all about no more. Things are different now. Because to be honest with you, It's somebody right now in a small ass electrical car and they stacking up all their bread. And the money they stacking, they can buy whatever car they want. Because all their money ain't going to gas. It's a different art of hustling that's going on right now. It is what it is. Salute to the chat. Salute to everybody still being here. Y'all been staying right here. Miss Deja, you a beast. You a beast. That's right. Homes are up like crazy. They taxing on their interest, man. They not playing. Who else up in here? L Blaze, what's up? L Blaze said, buy a mobile home park. That's right. Yeah, I know a lot of people also been buying what? RVs. People that got bread, they've been buying them RVs. Like crazy. A lot of people, they got their big ass house, and in the driveway, they got the RV. So when a so-called cyber attack happened, they pack up the family, they say, let's hop in the RV, let's get out of here. And RV, I've seen RVs that look flyer than a lot of people's cribs. I've seen RVs that's flyer than my crib. I'm not even gonna cap. That's how the world moving right now. But we so busy worried about money phones and big ass chains. And a whole lot of bundles. We ain't on that level right now. We trying to get there. We ain't there yet. That's right. The bro said he want to see the world. He been thinking about selling all this stuff and getting out of here and live on the land. That's right. Live off the land, man. My point is this, man. That's the whole point. Like, once you get a certain peace of mind, you're supposed to see the world. Don't you? For my people that never been nowhere, don't you understand certain places got different skylines? Damn near each state got a different skyline. The sky look totally different. Some places do got skylines where the sky turn orange and stuff like that, purple. For people that know about Carolina, they really got Carolina blue skies. But see, some of y'all got always used to seeing those gray, white skies. You think that's normal. You don't understand. You got some places with the most beautiful skylines you ever seen in your life. My point is this. Some of us didn't get a chance to see what they call God's green earth or, God's terrain. We didn't get to see all the beauties of the planet because we've been trapped in something called the hood or the concrete jungles or brick city, where it's just bricks, concrete, ratchet, roaches, and rats, birds, and clowns. We don't understand that there's places in the world where it's so much of a peace of mind. You can be all right. You can do whatever you want to do and have whatever you want to have. Some of us was tricked to think that life was about always struggling, but it's really not. $704. You from that Charlotte? 336-919, North Carolina. That's right. 252. That's right. North Carolina. That's right. Everybody's in here. Miss Jackie said, full of land here, the lowest valley. That's what I want to see. I want to see them valleys. Especially for people, I'm going to be real, for my people that like to smoke that good green, ain't nothing like smoking in a peaceful environment with a skyline you ain't never seen and just a whole scenery you ain't never seen, you smoking in peace. See, some of y'all just know about smoking in paranoid environments, smoking police cars, just smoking always stressed. You don't know that smoking in a peaceful environment. That's called a whole different quality of life. That actual stuff actually helps you live longer. You're going to see people in the city, they have heart attacks very early. They get sick very early. They get stressed before their time. And people that live in perfect, pretty environments, they live longer and healthier. It's called quality of life. And we was tricked to think that a good quality of life ain't cool. That's why a lot of us are the main ones getting put in coffins before our time. Because we actually don't know how to live. That's what all of this equals up to. Who else in here? That's a fact, bro. Tell them 30 years in the hood is enough. That's right. Most of us, we got like doctor's degrees in the hood and more than. Good point, bro. All right, you grew up in the hood, you got 20 years in. Some of us, like he said, got 30 years in. Some of us got 40. Some niggas got 50 years in the hood. Still ain't, nigga, how much time we gonna give to the hood? And what's the saying? You can love the hood, but the hood don't love you back. So let's think. For all the years we actually put in the hood, at the end, what do we get? An early grave. Sick. Stressed, mentally fucked up, still trying to keep the little crumbs we got. That's how it ends up in the hood. You just pick one. That's why the whole science is to get out of the hood. But you always should come back to the hood and check on your people and make sure your people straight. But first, you got to make it out the hood so you can help the people in the hood. If all of us die in the hood, what are we going to get off of that? So somebody got to make it out, show by example, and then you can help your people get out. Or help your people that's stuck in the hood live a little better. It ain't about making out the hood and trying to stun on the hood. It ain't about that. It's about proving to the hood that it is actually something better because you made it. You proved to them. Look, we come from the same building, the same block. We did the same thing, but I made it out. You can do the same thing. That's what it's about, making out the hood. But you'll see that most of the people, they might leave the hood, but they still got the hood mentality, and those be the ones still internet beefing. You're going to notice that too. The people that's so-called doing good in life, and they got certain material things, and they living a good life, why are they the main ones internet beefing, talking stupid? They got foreign cars, they got nice jewelry, they got nice cribs, but they always beefing. So you figure that one out. Because those are the distractions. The distractions are a part of the cyber wars. Because they trapped in the hood. They want to sit in the mansion. They want to sit in a fly spot. They want to sit living good and keep you distracted so you can't make it where they at. So I'm going to ask you again, why are all the people that's so-called doing good, why are they the main ones beefing online? Why are they the main ones going back and forth? You figure that out. You figure that out, you're on the right path. What up, bro? That's right. That's right, Rob. That's right, bro. That's what it's about right there, bro. Man, I'm telling you, man, everybody be trying to get at Miss Deja, man. The queen, man. But yo, what you just said, Rob, that's real. What's better than being in a fly RV with a nice woman? If you smoke, you got legal bud. You got a bar in the joint. You got bread. You can just gas up, go state to state. Every state you go to, you can pull up at any venue, go to any tourist site, and go shopping and go have some fun. And then hop back in your joint, travel some more. Then when you finish with everything, you go back to your crib and just chill out. That's the new world. That's what's going to be going on. That's why I'm trying to tell you, it's about getting your bag right, getting your life in order. That's what's going on. That's the real world right there. Anything else other than that is a lie. So half of these dudes that be talking, I don't hear nothing they talking about. Because in order for certain people to stay in power, they got to keep you dumb. And the rich stays rich by keeping you more poor. Just like I'm asking you another question again. And this is a real question. Why people don't donate to the people on the come up, but they donate more to the people that already got money? Seems to me like the people that got the most money or so-called straight, people give them more money. Kind of like a preacher. The preacher does better than you. He pulls up in the foreign, but you put your money in the trade to him, and he gives you nothing. Same way with the big YouTubers. Everybody donates to them, supports them, get them bread. $100, $50, $20, $30, whatever. I ain't pocket watching. I'm just making a point. People donate to them all the money. But they're the ones already supposed to got the money. So I'm showing you the mentality of the people. That's why I need to go live and start pulling out money phones. Because people respect that. That's what I'm trying to tell you, man. My point is the people that's in power, the people that's straight, their job is to keep you poor, keep you broke, keep you dumb. Remember, dumb equals poor. That's what dumb means. Dumb equals poor. When they call you poor, they actually calling you dumb. That's the game. If I keep them dumb, I can keep them poor, and meanwhile, I can walk away with their bread. That's what they get paid to do. Keep you stupid. That's on almost every major platform. That is the whole purpose of the celebrity. The whole purpose of celebrity is watch me. Watch me. What Kanye West? Every time it's a post. Kanye. Watch me, watch me, watch me. And when you watch a Kanye, what the hell you gonna get out of that? Nigga gonna charge you $400 for a pair of sneakers. Nigga ain't gonna give you nothing. We watch Jordan, dunk, Jordan, buy Jordans. What the hell Jordan gave us? Nothing. Jordan is a billionaire. We still gonna keep buying Jordans. Jordan gives us nothing. Man, that's how we train to be. This ain't no hate. This is just real talk. I'm showing you how everything we do is backwards. And when we do backwards shit, we want to cry about it. Man, they doing this to us. Why they doing this to us? Man, this ain't right. This ain't fair. We need to stick together. But this man, he don't want to stick. He don't pay you, show you no love. And you want to keep supporting him. He don't want to come together with you. Man, he gonna make sure he gonna get a wife outside his race on purpose to smack you in the face, to let you know he don't rock with you like that. But you still love him. That's called a slave mentality. Anyway, the new slave is the slave to materialism and the slave to celebrity. That's the new slave wave. What up? I see y'all cooking up in here, man, but I ain't gonna hold y'all too long. Thanks for pulling up. It's a lot of jewels in this episode. A lot of information got put out there, but let me bring it to the top. What this whole episode was about. It's about the $7 billion that has been scammed. This has been reported by the FBI. $7 billion has been scammed over the internet in 2021 to now, the past year. 847,000 people have been scammed. And these are the people who they're saying has been victim of cyber crimes. And these cyber crimes are known to be criminal organizations, or should I say also overseas influence, which ties into the cyber wars. So little do Americans know it already been wars plotted against you, and it's been plotted against you through the internet. In this episode, I spoke on many different ways you've been under attack and you didn't even know it. I spoke on many different ways how your whole reality is going to be changed, and it's going to be changed through the push of a button. Cyber. A lot of things got spoke on in this episode, but everything relates. So the point of the day is, the point of this whole thing is, it's okay to be entertained. Don't be too distracted. Another thing is the world is changing. Certain people are going to benefit. Certain people are going to be the footstool. But to top it all off, it is a certain people that's going to make it through all of this, and they are the people that's going to be straight. But if you don't know what's going on, you might as well start writing your will tonight. You might as well just take it down. And that's all I'm going to say on that. Oh, let me see. Some talent over here. I'm an inspiring filmmaker. Y'all will see me one day. Okay, we got people here with talent. Salute to Shay. There's a lot of people in here with talent. I see y'all. But see what y'all doing right there? What y'all two doing? Y'all networking. That is the whole purpose of this platform. That is the whole purpose of coming online. For what y'all just did. See, y'all just made magic. Y'all sitting there in the chat politicking, and y'all coming up with ideas and collaborations. That's what the whole purpose of the internet is. See, some people chat, you're gonna see beefing, going at each other neck, arguing. When they log off, they ain't getting nothing out of that. Wasting their time. Y'all actually are putting something together that might become very great one day. Who knows? But at least y'all be able to say, or I could be able to say it happened on this platform. That's how all this stuff works. It's all about the energy. And guess what? As long as you got the right energy, anything is possible. That's my point. Nobody has to be a loser. Can't nobody stop you from doing nothing. As long as your energy is right, whatever you want to do, you can make it happen. That ain't no cap. That ain't no freestyle. It's just all on what? How much work you willing to put in to get what you're trying to get. So that's why in a time of a leech, you're not going to get nowhere. A scammer, finesser, beggar, lazy, you're not going to get nowhere. But the people that got the right energy is called the know-how, the hustle, the grind, the go-getters. Sky's the limit. That's right. So on that note, I'm about to get out of here. Net Stars, what up? Salute to the Bro P, Grown Man Talk. It's a channel. If you haven't subscribed, you go subscribe to Grown Man Talk. None but positive energy, positive vibes, information, and, progress. It's where the grown-ups come to kick it at. That's what we do. Salute Net Star. Just like you're going to have something big one day, Net Star. And I told you, one day I'm going to be touching down in the West. I'm going to go holler at my man Net Stars. We're going to go live. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to get right like everybody else. I'm trying to do a world tour like a rock star. That's what I'm trying to do. But everything is all on timing. You can't do nothing out of season because it ain't going to work. I don't care when you want to plant something in the ground. If it ain't the right season, it's not going to work. It's not going to grow. Everything has to be done within its right season. The same way, it takes 9 months for a baby to be born. And sometimes it might not make it to 9 months. It'll come out premature, but 9 months make everything perfect. And something that is premature, it just means it need more work, but it's still going to be right. So my point is, it's a method to everything that you do. And you got to remember that you control your own destiny and don't be trying to blame people for when you fail. That's called a coward. That's a sucker. And when you blame people, that's also like a wicked ass behavior when you do shit and you want to blame other people for it. Take responsibility, take accountability for what you do. And that's the pieces that you need to become great. It's like if you play sports and you know damn well you ain't been in the gym, don't try to blame somebody while you was missing them shots. When you in that gym practicing your craft, your shots will be better. That's how life works. If you ain't been training, don't try to get in the ring and cry when you get knocked out. You ain't been perfecting yourself. Don't blame the ref. Don't blame the judges. You got knocked the fuck out because why? You wasn't in the gym. You wasn't training. So my point is, don't be blaming people for your downfalls and for your failures because you control your outcome. That's it. Now I'm about to really get out of here, man. That's right. Spiritual energy and frequency. Every time I try to leave, y'all keep dropping more in the chat. Y'all keep keeping me going. Spiritually and energy frequencies. Key thing right there, Diz. If you ain't in tune with that right there, I don't know what to tell you. But some people don't believe. They think they can fight against everything, but they don't understand that man is just a peon. Man is like a little pebble in a fish tank. Man ain't shit. But when man knows how to do certain things, like even when them pebbles come together, them pebbles can't take on a boulder. Or sometimes you have to start out as a pebble and evolve into a boulder. And then sometimes you have to learn how to be a perfected stone. And that's when you can start building. And guess what? That's the same journey all of us are on because, like I always say, ain't nobody perfect. A lot of us do have flaws. We ain't right. We ain't right. Some of us ain't right in the head. We ain't right spiritually. We ain't right financially. We ain't right with a little bit of nothing. But as long as you breathe and you got a chance to put something in perspective and do something right. If you don't do that, you're going to be your worst destruction anyway. Salute to the chat. What up, John? John Shaft in the building. I know 9 times out of 10 you at work right now, bro. But hopefully on this live, everybody got something out of it. If you ain't catch it, you catch it from the beginning. I done dropped a whole lot in this episode and put it all together and made it all make sense. So one thing, understand that life is what you make it. Y'all make sure y'all rest up good. And tomorrow, I'm going to be back at it early in the morning. So if you're new to the channel, you subscribe. You also make sure y'all hit the all notification bell because when I drop videos, a lot of y'all ain't getting it. But it's okay. If you don't get the video, don't matter. All you got to do is look for the blue dot. You see that blue dot under Photo Fame? When you see them subs, you subscribe to you. When you see the blue dot, just know I dropped something. I'm going to be dropping a lot. Be dropping some. As this information come out, I'm going to be dropping it because it's starting to really increase. So therefore, I'm going to be working. And that's my whole point. When you see the blue dot, you know that's when you pull up. You might not catch it when it's red, but you can catch it when it's blue. Other than that, man, salute to the chat. Salute to the family. Y'all know how I do. This right here is the Photo Fame chop up. And I chopped it up and we broke it down. And I appreciate all y'all for staying in the building. And I appreciate all y'all for giving y'all opinion, you know, keeping it going, keeping the knowledge spreading, keeping the jewels dropping, and keeping the energy right. Y'all all make this happen. Just know that. And without y'all, I won't be doing this. So that's what it is. So on that note, everybody, y'all, you know what I'm saying, y'all vibe out. Enjoy y'all night and have a good morning. And I'm going to see y'all early. Y'all already know how I do. For no fame, I'm Ghost.